Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome, TikTok. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to a brand new, once again, bonus episode of the Daily Mind Podcast. Back to back to back bonus episodes. It's pretty rare on this show, but I'm also, taking advantage of the extra time that I got because, tomorrow I go back to work, which I'm kind of semi looking forward to and then kind of just not. But I want to get back to work. It gets me back in shape, gets me into, back into the swing of things, as I wrap up this 3 week long vacation. I was on, like, it seems like I've been on vacation forever. In fact, this is the longest leave I think I've taken since being in the military, or at least in quite some time. But it was so worth it. And what do you mean it's not true?
You've had PCS leave.
Okay, PCS leave is one thing. I'm talking about regular ass leave. Normally I take 2 weeks. Let me reiterate, not PCS leave, regular ass leave. I normally take about 2 weeks. I was on leave for 24 days, 3 weeks and like 3 days. Long ass time. It was so worth it though. Weddings, hanging out with family, meeting new family. It was worth every single bit. But with many things, it is time to go back to work. That's where I'm at right now. But anyway, welcome to a brand new bonus show of the Daily Mind Podcast. I've been up since 1:40 this morning for some reason. I guess my sleep pattern is still pretty screwed up. It's making some improvement because again we had to fly from New York to South Korea, jumping damn near 24 hours. And you guys have experienced jet lag in one way or another. This is jet lag unlike anything I've ever experienced before. And even though like I went from Europe to the U.S. a couple of times, the fact is that this shit is crazy. This shit is crazy. Anyway,
It feels like it's further away.
it does feel like it's a bit further away. The distance that we travel is amazing. Like we've flown to come back here from New York, 14 hours and 50 something minutes. We damn near a 15-hour flight. One flight was 14 hours and 50 something minutes. The jet lag is real. We've been waking up at all types of weird hours of the night. I've been up since 1 in the morning. It's kind of all over the place, man. But hopefully being up so early this morning that I could go to bed at a decent time to go to work. So we'll see how that shit works. And I got Skinless Chicken in the chat, one of my executive producers and co-hosts up in the chat. And then I got Pick Ron, man. Yeah, you just try to call me. I'm on the show, so I can't interrupt. If I answer a phone call, and I never tried it, but I'm sure it will interrupt the show, but it's all good. But anyway, Skinless, welcome to the show. On this bonus episode, revisiting a topic we've done not that long ago. That's usually how bonus shows go. We'll either revisit an old topic or a topic that really has never been on TikTok before. And I didn't think about it because the topic I'm going to talk about today, we actually did on TikTok when we first started the show on this platform. I didn't realize it when I was looking at my memories because I have a very unusual method in redoing episodes. So since I started doing the podcast, I would upload stories and share the podcast on Facebook. So when you get those Facebook memories, every day I get a new memory of a show that I've done before. And what I'm doing is on that day, let's say I did a show on something 2 years ago and it pops up on the memory today. I would take that topic and revisit it for TikTok because there's a lot of shows that I've done, over 300, that has never been on TikTok because we've only been doing it on this platform for about a year. So long story short, I did pick a topic, but I didn't realize I did this shit just last year around the time we started TikTok, but we can always revisit it again. So today we're going to talk about red flags, first date red flags. And you know what I found funny in looking up the sites for this? All these sites seem to cater to women looking for first date red flags with guys. I try to even look up something like the first red flag dates that guys experience first red flags. No. They're all catering to things that women have to look out for on their first date. I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. Guys look for red flags too, And you said, Skinless, red flag drives a Kia. No, I don't see that as a red flag per se, but good try. Let's see what we got coming on the show. We got Pick Ron. Hold on. What's going on, Pick Ron? Well, what brings you to the show
No,
this morning?
you're talking about a topic I know a lot about. That's why I requested to join and everything.
Well, I tell you, this show is not really inspired by what you've been telling me recently. It just so happened to be
No,
one of.
no, I understand that.
But now that you're here, you are perfect for this topic. So it's a show that we did last year. Apparently, I didn't really catch on because I'm trying to revisit topics that we've never done on TikTok before. But I ended up picking this and then realizing we did do this shit last year. But it doesn't hurt to revisit it now. So we're going to talk about first date red flags. You guys could give some examples. I know
Actually,
Pick
I
Ron,
was
you have a lot
on
of
the
examples.
show. I was on the show for that red flags episode last year.
Oh, you were? Okay, well, welcome
Yeah.
back to the revisited episode. I had no time to really change topics. I was like, you know what? We're going to just full send it because there's probably a lot of people, because there are people that weren't on that show that will like appear on this one. So I guess it's a revisited. Jay Chris, what's going on? You said red flag is more attention to the phone than dates. Now let me like I was saying earlier, Jay Chris, and welcome to the podcast, was that when I was looking up this shit, it was only for women to look out for red flags. Now guys can look out for red flags too. There are red flags that women in like exhibit on the first date. It's not just men. Like, yeah, we got our red flags that women look out for, but it's also like we got to look out for red flags too. Like, let me ask you, Pick Ron, since you're live on the show, what's a red flag that you remember from a first date? It doesn't matter from who, but what's a red flag that you caught on to? Would be standing pitch and show to a red
Oh
flag.
God, what was one of the red flags? That's a good one right there. I guess being too clingy.
As a first date? Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people, like Jay Chris said. Jay said, paying more attention to the phone. Now, I'll be honest with you, it'd be hard. Even with my wife, we'll go out to eat and we just find ourselves picking up the phone, like we're checking
No.
things and things like that. But you said clingy.
Yeah, like I'll even elaborate on it. So, like, I've had the experience where I went on a date, right? And the girl was like, "Hey, let's go to a bar." So we went to a bar. We were drinking, shooting pool, and the bar offered food. So we ordered some food there, like as a first date, basically.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
a few drinks in, she was just so clingy on me and everything. Like, I had female friends who just like, my friend. And they would come over there to say hi to me, and then she would just integrate herself into the conversation and be like, "Oh, I'm his girl," and all that. And I didn't like that at all.
Now, clinginess. Well, now, was she sober? You said this was in a bar. Was this a sober clingy or a?
Yeah, yeah.
Ooh, yeah. I
No,
don't know.
like
I think.
she was clingy when she was sober, but she was also even more clingy when she started drinking a lot more. So,
All right.
and then another thing was where she was very emotionally unstable for like
On the first date? Oh, yeah,
on
that's
the
a
first
big
date.
red flag. Oh,
Yeah,
no. Oh, that's a big one. Emotionally unstable on the first date, that's an automatic, we'll talk some other time. In other words, I will never want to see you again. Now, Skinner, you said power texting. What the hell is power texting? I mean, is that like when you're at the table and you're just sitting there, And then also, too, I caught what the other red flags you said. You said when they want you to pay for her and her kids' meals, big red flag. And then, of course, another one, independent, don't need a man. If you're independent and don't need a man, then what the hell are you doing on this date? Unless you just
yeah.
want, like, companionship, just somebody to talk to, because maybe that's what it is. It may not necessarily mean that she needs anything from you. She just wants somebody to talk to. But yeah, just imagine you meet somebody for the first time and they're like, "Yo, can you buy something for my kids?" No,
I
that
know
is a
somebody like
big.
that.
Did you buy food for the kids?
Yeah,
Come on. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. But that's why we're on the show. Listen, ain't no shame. Again, this is why we're on the show. It's red flags because, like I said, when I was looking this shit up, it was all the red flags that women had to look out for.
I know
But
a
there's
female
also red
like that
flags.
though. Is what I meant.
But that's a red flag for men to look out for, I
No,
guess. When
I'm
you,
saying the red flag that me and you were talking about before with my ex-wife and shit. Remember?
yeah. See, that's what, man. Let me tell you. And Jay, you said red flag to self-centered, also, AKA not willing to hear both sides of the conversation. I think oversharing. I remember when I did this episode before. It was said that oversharing is a big red flag. Now, what do
Oh
you
yeah.
guys think? If like you meet somebody first date and they're like, yo, they're telling you all their life business. Hey, what's going on, Michelle from Florida? What's up? You joined at the right time, and welcome to the podcast. We're revisiting a topic of first date red flags. Now, we're looking at it from both perspectives, not just female, but male and female. Please feel free to chime in whenever you possibly can. And Skinless, you said red flag when they're from Florida.
Hey, I take offense to
Ooh.
that. I'm from Florida.
That's a red flag. And you got a red shirt
Apparently
on.
so. Apparently so.
And listen, look, you got crazy men and women from all types of states, regions, and stuff like that. Now, we've done the show on Florida Man. So I guess, and you motherfuckers in Florida got some wild ass stories that come out of that state. So I can see why he would say, if this person is from Florida, that is definitely a red flag.
What are you talking about? Going and catching alligators and pythons is just natural.
See, you weren't on our Florida Man episodes.
No.
You weren't on there. Now, we were reading news articles from, I swear to God, there's a website called floridaman.com.
I've been on there.
And I'm surprised you're not on there. But, yo, we read some stories that were bizarre. So you guys are not just chasing alligators and shit. There was a guy, and I know I'm kind of getting off topic. There was a guy that took a shit on a dead possum. Explain that to me.
I can't, but at the same time, have you? I don't know if you've ever heard of the story of the guy who took a baby alligator and was holding its legs and used it to rob a convenience store.
Like a weapon? Nah. Oh, wait, I did hear that. Imagine holding an alligator and you like put your hands up. Alligator's like, fall. Yo, that's crazy work. Yeah, that's what we were talking about. In fact, there's a Florida Man Part 3 that we're going to do coming up soon into the new season. We're just not going to do that shit today. But we will do another Florida Man episode. But meantime, we're going to talk about first date red flags. I got some little tidbits and information, and then we're going to go into some disaster stories. But most of these stories that I found are from women. There's like no red flag stories from men. Like, do we honestly look for red flags when we go on dates with women, or we're just there?
Depends on how.
This shirt or no?
Well, hold on one sec. It's a black shirt. You could dry it. You could dry it.
Shirt?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Size large.
That's fine. So no,
Men
there
looking
are
for red flags. That's
That's what I'm saying. It's hard. It's kind of weird because I tried looking this shit up to see if there was just a single page where it was men looking for red flags, but it almost as if like it's trying to say we don't look for red flags. Like we just there to go. Yeah, go ahead.
To be honest on that situation, it depends on the man's history with women too. If he's
But also what he's looking for.
Yeah, it depends if he's so a man who has been hurt really bad by a woman, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's had multiple bad relationships and everything else like that. He'll be able to pick up on red flags a lot quicker than most men would.
True, but let's just say he picked up on red flags from shit he experienced before, but that will blind him for looking for other red flags he's never experienced before. But no, in that case, you're right, because those red flags, you're basically going to have your guard up. So it's like, yeah, but then there's other red flags that will just blindside you, and you're like, whoa, where the fuck did that come from? And then, J. Chris, you said a red flag from your perspective. Again, I need a man's perspective. It's women and men, but I want to hear more men, because it seemed like it's kind of hard to find online. Now, you said zero manners and goes for either gender. Whoa, that's a red flag. Whoa, let's talk about that real quick. Whoa.
That's not a red flag. That's just that's a fun
so
time if it goes for both genders.
So I guess what he's saying is if she's bi, that's a red flag. And that's okay. Look, hey, Jay, we're not here to criticize. That's one I've never heard of before from either a male or female perspective. I've never heard that. You got to give me some insight on that shit. And then Skinless, you said one red flag is she drives a Nissan Altima. Yes. Anybody that drives a Nissan Altima.
Absolutely.
That's a big red flag. Because I tell you right now, if she drives a Nissan Altima, them tags are expired. They are stale cheese doodles in the back seat. It's riding on 3 donuts. The AC don't work. And the gear shifts are all backwards. And the headlights don't work. and the car still works. If she drives a Nissan Altima, look, I'm just joking. Look, she has a car at least. But let's be honest, she's not driving that shit normal. There's something wrong with that car, just like they might be something wrong with her. But anyway, Michelle, you said if he's always supposed to pay, that's a red flag. That's an interesting one because normally, not all women would expect for the guy to pay once in the blue, but for him to want to pay all the time, I never heard a woman say that's a red flag.
I don't
But
think that's a red flag. I honestly don't. I think it's
so
just. I think if a man is trying to pay every time every time he takes you out on a date, takes a woman out on a date or something, it's more of the old school chivalry that is dying among the younger generation.
I would,
That's my point of view on that.
and I was gonna say that because I was gonna say that there's not a lot of guys, like everybody says chivalry is dead. You know, guys don't hold the door for women anymore. They don't put their coat on the floor over a puddle, which I think is still bizarre. And then, the guy always pays. Now he doesn't pay no more. Now it's all, 50-50, da, 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 da. And then Michelle, you said, I think a man should see it as a red flag if he's always expected to be in the wallet. Oh, I'm sorry.
That
I
now
misconstrued that.
from that point of view, yes, it is a red flag. But at the same time, where you come into a relationship and it's the guy when he asks you to go out on a date with him and everything, it's an old school law that he pays. That's the way that's just
No,
the way I was raised, and that's how I've always
right.
been. Now,
No, and that's true.
Now, if you're
Okay.
expecting me to go out and we go to the mall and you want me to pay for your nails and you want me to pay for everything and then you expect me to keep paying for everything and then yet you don't want to show the interest in, in trying to help me out with funds and be codependent instead of just being where I'm paying for everything, that is a
Right. Okay, no, that's right. And I'm sorry once again, Michelle. I kind of misconstrued your thought, but now we're on track. Yeah, I mean, I definitely got to agree with that one. And then Skillers, you said one red flag is that she takes pictures halfway sitting on a sink. Yeah, that's low class. If you're sitting on a sink taking pictures, that old, crossing showing your skirt on a sink though.
What's wrong with that?
Who sits on a sink to take a damn
I
picture?
used to sit on the sink to take pictures.
I don't know. It doesn't irk me, but I don't see that because
You're cruising for a breeze.
nah, I'm not cruising for shit. She said I'm cruising for a bruising. Yeah, because she used to do that. I don't know. I don't know. He said he put 5 red flags.
Who's that?
No, you can watch that.
Who's that?
Who's who? Oh, that's Pick Ron.
Really?
Yeah. Come on, you're interrupting
Hello.
the show.
Hi, dude.
I don't think she's ever seen your face before. That's why. I could have sworn I introduced you, but I guess I didn't. Nah, she never seen you. But yeah, she's washing clothes and stuff like that. But interesting. We're gonna probably learn a lot on this podcast. I got some behavior. So I pulled up some stuff. Behavior red flag. I almost said FAG. Whoa, almost red flags. Let me catch myself before I get in trouble. All right, Skillers, you said she only takes pictures from the neck up. Now, let me ask you real quick before I read some of this stuff. If she only takes pictures from the neck up, would you say that's a red flag? Why are you laughing like that? Because you. Why you Do you think that's a red flag?
I've had experiences with that. That's why I went to laughing.
Now let me ask you: in your experience, you had that experience of a woman taking a picture from the neck up. What was the experience like from the neck down?
So it was when the female was taking pictures from like just the neck up, it was more along the line of where either she was ashamed of her body when she really didn't have any reason to be ashamed of it, or at the same time, it was where she was just trying to see if she could find a guy that'd be interested in her and just her. But most of the ones that I messed with, most of the relationships I've had it started out where they were taking pictures just from the neck up or just of their face and everything else like that. They ended up being the craziest ones. Like they ended up being batshit crazy.
Now you and Michelle are on the same point with this. She said some women are self-conscious of their bodies, which is true. But would you? Some people would say that's almost like a sign, like a sign of catfishing, to where okay, yeah, she looks one way up, but then how does she look down? And you're right, it could be a self-conscious thing, but also, what do you expect is going to happen when you actually have to meet someone in person and they don't see all of you, and then when they finally see you,
They act
it may
different.
they act different. You know what I mean? Exactly. And Michelle,
Dude.
yeah. And Michelle, you said I'm upfront that I'm a big woman. I only take pictures, as you can see from my posts, like that. Yeah, but see,
Well, see,
again, like
it's
you said,
fine like
Michelle,
that.
some people are just not straightforward. But you got to think at some point, you know, how far are you going to go with just taking pictures from the neck up?
Well,
Eventually, when you have to meet someone, they're going to see all of you,
yeah.
and half the time it's not going to go so well because they've only seen the top of you. But that's kind of hit or miss. You know what I mean?
Me,
Now with
I think the biggest red flag though that I've seen when it comes to a female, like a female and her body, how she feels about it, and everything else like that, is when a female, when I was in a relationship, and it was a red flag for me how she'll just sit there and down herself, like she'll sit there and say I'm ugly, I'm this, I'm that, just self hate on herself, and I can't stand that.
Okay, yeah, and but you got to understand too, is that there are things that are past traumas that led to that beforehand. So yeah, even
Exactly.
despite the fact you hate it, but there's only so much you could do to ease on because in
Well, what
life people are
I've
gonna
done
say,
what
yeah,
I've done in the past for that, if I was in a relationship with someone like that, then I actually sit there and I have a conversation and talk them through why they feel like they're why they like why do you feel this way about your body? Why do you feel this way about yourself? You're a beautiful person and everything else like that because I believe in like if I'm in a relationship, like basically I understand some women need healing, but at the same time I'm the type of guy that's willing to stick it out and be there as a rock for you during your healing process so that you could be there.
exactly. And like Michelle, you said then she needs to work on herself before getting into a relationship. She can't expect someone to like her when she doesn't like herself. And that's what I was kind of telling with you yesterday. I was like, before you
Yeah.
move on to any other relationship, you have to work on yourself because
Learn how to
if you
love
don't love
pick on
yourself,
again.
yeah, and love yourself before you love someone else. Because at that point, how can you express love to someone like that if you don't love yourself? But then again, you got to take into account, pick. If you said that she's the most beautiful thing in the world, you got 10 other people telling her she's fat, she's this, that, and the third. The world is
Yeah.
not going to be a happy place.
No, it's
But
not.
if you have to secure that with your partner and letting her know, like, the world will always be against you, but I'm gonna fight with you and all that other stuff that goes along with it. But that's not everybody lives that fairy tale. You know what I mean? Everybody's situation
Yeah.
is a little bit different. Now,
It is,
here's another red flag from Skinless. He said when she wears anything cheetah print,
yeah. Yeah.
I mean, for example, what are we talking about here? We're talking about bras, panty, cheetah prints. I mean, shit, you might as well just get your dollar bills and throw it at her every time you see her because I guess if she's wearing anything with a cheetah print, she's got to be some sort of a stripper or something. I don't know. You said, oh, all
Most
right, then stay away from me. No, I got you, Michelle. I got you. At least you make your stance known. You know what I mean? And from what I've seen of you and heard of you, you're pretty much like no nonsense. And it's that simple. If you don't like me for me, keep it pushing because believe it or not, and this is anybody where somebody don't like you, there's somebody that do. There's an audience, a body type for everybody, no matter what. So, all right, so I'm gonna go over real quick. Pick Ron looked like you took a pause. Oh, there you go. Now you're
yeah,
back.
no, you're good.
All
You're
right,
good.
so Skinless hit me with another red flag. If her car is dirty, let me tell you something. There's some truth to that because I know when I used to have to get rides from someone, I got in some dirty ass cars. Now, I don't judge people's cars if I need a damn ride. If I need a ride, listen, I've been in cars that had McDonald bags and whole fucking Happy Meal
Yeah.
boxes in there and shit like that. Now, let me ask you
But
something, Pick. If her car is dirty, would you expect her house to be dirty too?
yeah, I would
No.
because not all like I've seen it to where like I understand where you're coming from. Where like if I needed a ride from someone, I don't care
But
what
you
your
know,
vehicle
it
looks
could be
like. I don't need a
opposite.
ride. But most of the time,
Right?
when I've
It could be.
seen that,
That the car
when I've
is
seen it,
clean, but then you go to her house and her house is dirty.
So like my wife says, she said it could be the total opposite. It could be like a facade,
yeah,
like because let's be honest. She said that her house could be very clean, but her car could be very dirty
No,
because
the car could
the
be
car could be dirty and the house could be clean.
No.
Is that what are you saying?
The car could be clean,
And
but
the house could be
Be
dirty.
very dirty.
Okay, that's where we're trying to get at. It could go either or way. So if she has
but
a clean house, right? She may have a dirty car because she doesn't ever have time to clean it. She's in and out of it, kids, whatever, right?
Or she could have Dirty,
I'm gonna be
a
honest
dirty
with
house
you.
and a clean
No
house.
matter how hectic my schedule has always been,
Keep
like
the car clean.
I've always kept my car clean because I look at my car like an extension of myself. And
Exactly.
when people ride in it, they're not just like, I understand there's people, if they need a ride, they're not going to judge you on your vehicle being clean or dirty. But at the same time, it was where my house has always been clean, my car has always been clean, and I just look at them both as extensions of myself. To where I'm not a dirty person. I'd rather it be clean, and then somebody see that coming from me instead of something else.
Right, and my wife will tell you I'm a neat freak when it comes to cars. I gotta, because a car to me, I'm in cars hours and hours of a day, road trips and all that other shit, and I gotta have a clean car. I have to. And then Skilly said, okay, we had a whole discussion on this red flag that he's putting out there. If she has a guy best friend, let's talk about that shit.
What's the issue with that?
See, my wife said, what's the issue with that? Let's talk
What
about that.
I'm with that on there too. Like I'm with your wife on that. It's where, like, what's wrong with opposite genders being best friends? You
Well,
can have a lot of
skinless.
common. You can have a lot of common with someone. Now, here's a better question:
Okay.
if he thinks that it's a red flag for a female to have a guy best friend, does he also believe that it's a red flag for when a woman sees a guy have a female best friend?
Wow. See, this shit cuts both ways. And Michelle, you said one red flag is when you can't keep a conversation going, awkward silences. That means
Yeah.
your energy is not registering. Like you guys are just sitting ducks, you're just there, take a poke at each other, and then like you look at your phone. At that point, nothing's happening. Nothing's
There's
happening.
no connection.
There's no connection.
There's no connection.
Now let's get back to the girl having the best friend now, because Skinless and I on one episode we talked about this shit heavily on one show before, and he is not about having a girl that has a guy best friend because
Yeah.
he believes that the guy has ulterior motives.
That's not true.
And see, my wife
No.
says it's not true.
Not all guys are that way. No, guys do enjoy, because there can be that dynamic between a guy and a female where they're best friends and they just talk to each other about almost anything. And also, some females find it easier to talk to a male about certain things than they would to another female. And then
Absolutely.
the same thing goes for a guy having a female best friend. He finds it easier to talk about some things with a female best friend over talking it with a guy best friend.
True. Now, Michelle, you seem to be on point with my wife. You said not true. They can sometimes help in the relationship with explaining things. Okay, yeah, because let's just say your girl has a guy best friend. He could help her from a guy's perspective on how to make the relationship work for her. In some cases, that's true. And don't get me wrong, there's cases where the guy best friend may have ulterior motives, and then it could just be anything but just innocent. Like, it could be a dude that she knew way before the relationship.
Exactly.
Never messed around, anything of that nature. But again, it's circumstantial. Now, Skinless, you said that's why she's my girlfriend. If she can't talk to me about all that, why she can't? Oh, okay, I see what you mean. Well, if she can't talk to you about certain things, but she could talk to the guy best friend, it's probably
That's
because you're
understandable.
That
You're
could-
not
okay.
communicating ready. Yeah, you're not.
That means
communicating
that means there's a communication issue within that relationship, or she can't convey how she feels to you, but can convey it to somebody else without scrutiny. There's so many factors as to why a girl will go to her guy best friend for advice rather than trying to like ham shit out with you. And you said at that point it's already a wrap, it's on to the next. I can't stop you from that because that's where you stand at, because you told me that the guy might have ulterior motives or whatever the case is. It's kind of like when you said, like, we had a conversation, Pick, where he was like, he would not let his girl go out with looking provocative, cleavage out, short skirt, even though she's going out with friends. So let me ask you, Pick, if your girlfriend wanted to have a girls' night out and she's dressed in a nice short skirt, boobies out, all that shit, armed, like no sleeves, she's just going out to have a good time with the girls, would you have an issue with that?
That goes into the topic of trust. Do you trust her enough to dress that way to go out with her friends and have a good time, or do you not have enough trust in her to do you not have enough trust in her for her to dress the way she wants to dress when she goes out with her friends?
But that's what it
because
really comes down
if
to
you
is
have a
trust.
if you have a female, if you're in a relationship, if you have a girlfriend or if a girl has a boyfriend and they dress, where they a little bit more or where they dress like that, and next thing you know, it's where do you trust them enough to go out with their friends dressed like that? Because it's where do you trust them not to cheat on you when they go out dressed that way? I've had it both ways. I've had it where I was in a relationship where we both trusted each other. We could dress however we wanted to when we went out with our friends. It didn't matter because we knew that when we came home, we were home for each other and we wasn't going home with any other guy or any other female.
Mutual
And I've also
understandings.
had a relationship to where the female wanted to dress like that. And when she dressed that way, she'd go out and she would flirt with every other guy in the bar or something like that. And then it made it to where we couldn't really trust each other as much.
So real quick before I move on, when a girl goes out dressed up provocative, do you think she's doing that to be comfortable or she's doing that to get attention?
To get attention and to be noticed.
Yeah, that tells me that she's not being noticed at home. If she has to go out like Michelle, you said on the bottom, you said that she shouldn't feel the need to dress up like that. Now, some may say she dresses like you said, she dresses like that for attention, the attention that she either misses and craves or the attention that she doesn't get at home. And for the sake of argument, there are some women that go out there to just dress comfortable. That's what they're comfortable in. But again, it's circumstantial. And everybody's situation is completely different. And then
So-
Skinless, what the... No, go ahead.
Right off bat, I've seen it where a female has dressed that way on a first date when you went out to a bar together. And
Really?
yeah, and then that right there is one of the best ways to see a red flag or not, because if she's going to a bar dressed out like that on y'all's first date, right? Then she's just trying to look nice for you, look good for you and everything. But at the same time, you can see how she acts in that environment while she's dressed that way.
Like bringing you along as a prop.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, she's trying to... that could potentially be a red flag. But let's just say you just met her. Let's just say that's the way she always dresses. For the sake of argument. It's all about interpretation, body language, the attention span that you guys have for the night. If she seems pretty offish in her nice looking outfit, then maybe she's just using you as a prop. I'm just saying.
But
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
also, it can also be where she goes and she dresses like that, but she's not worried about all the attention she's getting from other guys. She's only there for you, and then that's where
possible. Yes,
that's where it couldn't be a red flag. But it's a red
exactly.
if she's using you like a prop, then that's going to be a red flag right out the gate, and you should distance yourself from her and make it to where. So, I've actually had recent experience with this.
Now, what you got?
All right, so me and Jessica, we went out together one night, right? And the first date, we went out to the bar and everything else like that. She was her outfit was a pair of pants that showed off all her parts down below, and
All
then
her business, yeah.
all her business, and then she had a tank top on that was like rolled up where you could see her stomach, and then she didn't have the straps on her arms, so all you seen was her bra straps. But the way she acted while we were in the bar was different. She might have been dressed that way. A bunch of guys might have been approaching her, but at the same time, she only had time for me.
Okay, so in other words, that tells me is that she's dressing comfortable and that she's not doing it for the attention. She's doing it for you. But that's what I'm saying. It's every situation is different. And Skinless, what the fuck? You said a red flag is when she calls Gatorade by the actual names rather than the color. I've never heard people be like, yo, give me a something Gatorade. It's either give me a red one, give me a blue one. I don't know if that's a red flag, but that's a very interesting observation of a woman or anybody for that matter. Like that's a weird one, but I'll allow it. I'll allow it. And then you also said a red flag. You got to go when you go to a bar for a first date. Okay, wait, slow down. There are people that go on first dates to a coffee shop, a sandwich place, a bar. It's whatever is comfortable to break the ice. You don't necessarily have to go. Like, some people don't crave to go to a very expensive restaurant for a first date. You might have a simple, cheap date. Like, there's women out there that just wants to be a cheap date, and they just like little small things. They don't need all that extra shit. And then Michelle, you said as long as the focus is in and she's is on. I guess the focus is on you, and she's with you. I mean, yeah, absolutely. When it comes to that, that's definitely the focus. Now, now pick Ron. Skinless said the first red flag will be a bar on the first date. Now, let me ask you something. Do you believe that the first date should always have to be at an expensive restaurant? You're mute. Hey, I can't hear you. I can't hear you. I can't hear you, my dude. You're mute. All right, he's got. Yeah, I got you. What you got? So the question is again.
No, I don't actually believe that. I'm more of a simple kind of person myself. I've maybe been to what do you call it? I might have been to like a big expensive restaurant maybe 3 times in 28 years of being alive, and all 3 of them were on dates. But at the same time, most of the women that I hook up with, they don't want to go out on an expensive date like that. And going to a bar on your first date isn't a red flag. It's just seeing how someone can react in a public environment when there's a bunch of other guys looking at you and females looking at you and everything else like that. Because when I go out, I dress comfortable. And I mean, like, it's some of my clothing might be too much, and some women might get offended with the way I dress. Like, the the silk thermals.
Yeah.
I wear shirts like that are a little bit tighter, that shows off my chest and shows off my arms a little bit better.
Yeah.
But at the same time, going to a bar on your first date isn't a red flag. It's more of where you're seeing how each other reacts into a public environment like that.
I think it's perfectly fine to go on a cheap date. It's an icebreaker. Like if you meet a woman, she's like, let's go out for a coffee sometime. And like Michelle, you said it raises expectations, because once you take a first date to somewhere expensive, they're going to be like, yo, let's go to this next place that's expensive. Like, for example, I remember that one woman who caught a fit because her date took her to the Cheesecake Factory. Now, the Cheesecake Factory is kind of expensive. Cheesecake Factory is kind of fucking pricey, right? It's no cheap date. But she broke the internet with her video that went viral about how her date took her to the Cheesecake Factory. I did a show about it a while ago. And it was just the question of, was the guy in the wrong? Was she in the wrong? No, she was in the wrong because she took a private moment and turned it into this big fucking spectacle. I would have been like, we're done. Like, the fuck? That's crazy to me. Now, Skinless, you said I'm not picking up a girl or taking a girl to a bar for a first date. All right, Skinless. So where would you take your first date to? Because everybody's expectations are different, right? People kind of have to, because they always say first impressions are everything, right? So in your case, it'll be like, yo, I don't do bars. I'm going to take it somewhere a little bit more of a sit-down spot. And Michelle, you said the first date is getting to know your face, so comfort is key. Absolutely. And I think even a small little date at something small, bar, cafe, is getting to know. I think taking your first date out on a very expensive date is projecting something. Could be projecting an insecurity. It could be like, yeah, look, I got money. And guess what she's going to see? She's going to see fucking money. And it's always going to be the expectation. Exactly.
All she's going to see is dollar signs, because, I mean, even for my ex-wife, the first date that we went on was to Steak and Shake. We went to Steak and Shake for her
Steak and Shake's good. Shout out to Steak and Shake.
At the same time, like, I asked her out, and then she was like, well, where do you want to go? I said, well, where would you feel more comfortable to get to know me better on the first date? And she was just like, let's go to Steak and Shake and get a quick bite to eat or something one day next week.
She said that?
Yeah.
Steak and Shake? Wow. She didn't even raise the bar, because she knows you guys just met, and it's an icebreaker. I like cute little dates like that. And then what's crazy?
Go ahead. I think my other first dates I've took them to the movies and watched the movie, or I even took a girl on a date to a skating rink one time. So
as a first date?
As a first date? Yeah.
That's cute. No, listen, that's not, and it's not breaking the pocket. You know what I mean? Some guys are comfortable with just breaking the pocket because they want to impress there's more than one way to impress on a first date. The way you dress. Some women crave intellectual conversations
Yeah.
on a first date. In fact, I think the first date. Hey, hun, when we met, what was our first date? We went to an ice cream shop, and we had did we have hot dog or a pretzel?
The hot dog and pretzel.
Yeah, we had a hot dog from a fucking hot dog stand, and we went to an ice cream spot as our first encounter. The first day we met.
Saks Fifth Avenue.
Saks Fifth Avenue.
The Belgium hot chocolate.
Yeah, we had a Belgium hot chocolate. We had a hot dog. It was nothing expensive. And look, now we're married damn near 13 years later. Some people don't crave high expectations for shit. Some people just like shit to be simple. And then Skinless, you said somewhere where there's the interactive activity, so there isn't any awkwardness or nothing to do. So in your case, you know what's a good first perfect date? Dave and Buster's.
Yeah.
I think Dave and Buster's is a dope first date. If you're talking about
back
ahead.
when I was growing up, I actually took my first girlfriend on a date to the fun station.
And we took a picture.
The fun station. What's the fun station?
It's like Dave and Buster's and Chuck E. Cheese on steroids.
Would you say taking your date to Chuck E. Cheese is an awkward first date?
Not really. It just depends
This was our
on.
first date.
Man, don't show them this. No.
This was our first date.
This is an awkward photo that
How
we took
young
when we
did he
first
look?
met.
How young did he look?
I had long hair.
This-
I'm almost
What?
embarrassed to show this.
Our first
This
date.
was our first date photo, bro. Look at this shit right here. Look at this. Hold on.
And read what it says.
I had long hair, and on it says, "I'm
Did
your
you do
arms."
that?
And
This was her. Yo, shut up. This was her idea. We took this photo about 14 years ago, just about in Times Square, and it says, "In your arms, my sweet, I found my dream complete. I love you." And who would have thought that this picture turned into a 13-year marriage?
What the
Man,
fuck?
Eyes are a little
Man,
bit
look
really
like
big.
man, look like
What the fuck you
Ludacris.
got on your head, Eddie?
Man, look like young Ludacris over there.
Yo,
Rio 8585 in the building.
I'll tell you what.
dog.
if I don't see you
What you-
like that shit again, dude, I'm gonna be real mad. You better get them fucking cornrows.
Look at my
Yeah.
hairline. If I get my shit braided, I'm gonna have to start saluting like this. Like, look at this. This shit gonna be way the fuck back there if I get
Hey,
braids,
show the screen again. Christina want to see.
But
All right, hold on. Let me see. Hold on. Let me show you guys again. And Chico, what's going on? Welcome to the show. Hold on. Look, this was our first date photo that we took back in 2012. What was it, 2012?
I was so young.
All right,
I
look.
was so young.
Here it is right here. Look.
He was too.
What the fuck? Who's that?
What was that?
Hey, that ain't her uncle, bro.
Sophie, that's me, Uncle Eddie. I had long
And
hair.
that's
Yo,
That's me.
yo, she cursed me. Yo, she said, "Who the fuck is that?"
She said,
That's young Ed. That's gangsta Eddie.
Yo, my glasses is fogging up. Yo, she got me dying. What the fuck? Sophie, good morning. Good morning. That's my niece, everybody. She can curse me out whenever she want. I don't care.
And then this was 2 years later, dude. 2 years later.
This photo was
Look,
2
look.
years later. I'm sitting on Santa's lap.
Why your hand so close to Santa?
I don't know. But let me tell you, we went
Were
to
you
Radio
a good
City
boy
Music Hall.
that year?
I hope not. Hopefully he didn't get hard when I was sitting on him. But hopefully not.
Your hand was a little closer to Santa, wasn't it?
You guys are wildin'. Wildin'. What's going on, Troy? I'm trying to get everybody in the chat. Troy, what's going on? Troy in the building. I got Chico in the building. And no, they weren't dreads. They were braids.
You
man.
felt Santa. You felt something poking when you sat on Santa's lap.
Hey, it's not my fault when you sat
Did
on
you
Santa's
work
lap. You felt
extra-
his chimney.
Did you work?
Bam.
Did you work extra hard to get on the nice
And
list?
then this was last year.
That year, Eddie.
Nah, that's wild work. And then
Last
this.
year.
Stop shoving pictures in my face. This photo. And but
All right,
you
that's-
see the progression.
That's the Eddie I know. Oh, actually,
Now-
remember I have a Jesus Austin. I had to hang it up in my house.
Oh, with the long
look-
hair? Oh, please don't show that.
Yeah,
Please don't
I-
show that. Nah. Hey, don't. When I had long hair, oh God.
Yeah, this is a better photo, babe.
Woo.
This is a different photo. The same,
Oh yeah, this is the same photo.
different.
Oh yeah,
It's
that's
a
good.
little different.
That's the
Yeah,
Eddie
yeah.
I know, bro.
Well, I mean, you'll forever live on in Europe though because of Frosty.
Hey, listen, don't be saying that name out like that. that tag is still floating around somewhere. But it was good times. It was good times. Look, let's get back on track, right? And no, Skinless, Santa was not going up my chimney.
Not good time.
No more
Eddie!
pictures, yo.
Eddie,
He was
Yes,
so
Sophie?
jealous. He was
where's
so
Black
jealous.
Santa?
Where's Black Santa? He's in Chicago right now. Why?
What the hell?
Show him this.
Wait, hold on. Stop. Yo. All right, look, my wife is on
He
this
was
picture
so
bench.
jealous.
I don't know if you guys know the show Good Times.
Yes.
The old school show. My
Yes.
wife, when we were on that deployment, yo, she went and met Thelma from Good Times. Bro, I was so
What?
mad.
Oh,
I was
man.
so fucking mad because, yo, I
Damn.
watched that show just for her. Sorry, hun. And she got me an autographed T-shirt, though. I got an autographed T-shirt, but it was when we were away. I was so mad.
May 14th,
May 4th.
2024.
May 14th of last year. All right, look, we got to get back on track. No more pictures.
How
and
long
no
you
more
been
talking
on,
about.
Eddie? I missed it.
I've been on this show right now for about 46 minutes.
Damn, I missed it.
You didn't miss much. We just I haven't we're talking about red flag first dates, and we're just kind of sharing experiences. I got Pick on here; he's sharing experiences, so we didn't really get into the show itself. We're just kind of talking about it and bullshitting. So don't worry about it. I still got to read some shit off of here, and then some first flag, red flag stories. I got to read as well. Yo, my glasses is fogged up. Yo, Sophie got my glasses.
Imagine you
fogged
went to thinking about
up.
Santa.
Yeah.
Man, please, I'm not sitting on no more laps like that ever again.
Hey, you know you will. Santa about to come to the PX this year.
Hey, well, you go ahead and sit on this lap and wish for that fucking yo-yo you always wanted or something. Yes, hon.
What are you talking about? That's the only way you're going to get the RC cars.
I could buy my own damn RC car. I don't gotta sit on somebody's lap to do it. No thanks. I can buy my own shit.
Santa, I'll
sit on
touch your chimney if you could give me an RC car.
Hey, yo. Nah, y'all wildin'. And hey, I got Fix Fall. Oh man, we got the R. Kelly man in the chat. Fix Fall. Now you said a red flag is if she doesn't listen to R. Kelly. I fucking know it. My man Fix Fall, let me tell you
He wants
guys.
to hear that remix of Ignition.
Yo. Come on, man. Look, Fix Fall, everything this man mentions has R. Kelly in it. Yo, I could be talking about 9/11, and he'll say some shit like, yo,
What?
9/11 would have never happened if R. Kelly got on that plane, or some other crazy shit.
Hey, what are you talking about? You remember the photos I sent you of R. Kelly?
The guy's probably
Oh, that was
right.
terrible. That's terrible. No, don't encourage that shit, hun. Fix, what's going on, man? This man said,
Where's Drip?
I don't know. She hasn't been on the show in like a couple of days. Matter of fact, hey Michelle, where's Drip at? She hasn't been on the show in like a couple of days. Has
She's
she
been
been
posting,
busy
like-
working? I don't know.
Posting
She hasn't been on.
football stuff.
Yeah, I know you can't. Don't fuck with Drip on her football days, because when it's football, she is not to be found. Now, Michelle, you got another red flag. You said a big red flag, as if she's hooked on daytime soap operas. That wow,
Yes.
really?
Yeah.
Soap operas, really?
Yes,
Yeah.
You met somebody that was
You-
you met
I
somebody
have.
that was hooked on it.
I have. And you know what that red flag shows me? That
What does
they
it show you?
thrive on drama.
That's like finding a woman that watches like Real Housewives of Atlanta or Real Housewives of fucking Toronto.
Or if they
some
watch
shit.
any show that they think that's like any show like that, or like Love Island and shit like that they think it's like real life.
Exactly. And see, that's where the point I'm going with. That's where I'm going to do a show on the dating scene, because it's shit like that and social media, the reason why we have this topic and why the dating scene is so fucked up. Now, Michelle, you said it because it means she don't plan on working to help support herself. You talk about the daytime soap opera thing. Yeah, because she's probably sitting there eating fucking ice cream bars with combos on it, just sitting there watching soaps. But no, all right, so we all know Drip's watching football. Like I said, she'll be on at some point, but when it's football, she's into it. So that's all good. That's if she wears pandas. Skinless, you said a red flag is if she wears pandas. What the fuck is that? Pandas? I need some You gotta let me know what the hell that is.
What's up with him? Because at first it was if she wears cheetah print, now it's panda.
The man has standards, all right? Like, there's a lot of shit that's red flags to him. Oh, the Nike shoe.
Yeah.
Hey, Eddie.
Okay.
Would a red flag
up?
if she wore Tim's?
Oh, if she's wearing Tim's, that might be a red flag.
It's gotta be.
I haven't seen a woman wear construction Timbs since the 1990s with the laces out. Now, if you meet somebody in New York and she wearing construction Timbs, she know how to fight. She knows how to fight.
What are you talking about?
Stomp you out.
That's the kind of woman that you go back to her apartment to hook up, and you're with a strap on going up
Pickron,
your
no,
cheek.
you don't. No, she will wear a strap and fuck you. Let me tell you something. You find a woman wearing construction Timbs, she's gonna stomp you out and she's gonna say "suck my dick." I guarantee that's the
She
type of
probably
woman
has
you're
a
gonna come across.
backpack on too.
And wearing the backpack. Don't do it. Don't do it. Construction Timbs on a woman is crazy. But anyway, all right, look, I got some behavioral red flags that I got to read over. Now, you guys can definitely agree to a lot of this shit or disagree. So one behavioral red flag that they have to look out for is rudeness. Number one, being rude. Rude to service staff, waiters, bartenders, etc. is a major red flag as it shows how they treat people they don't need to impress. I think that cuts both ways. Both men and women can be complete dickheads to the waiters and the staff and the people that work at the restaurants. Absolutely.
That's just
not
weird.
just a
When
one-sided.
somebody does that, that's weird. It makes me feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
They really do. 'Cause, I mean, they're doing
These
their
are the
job.
people that's handling our food, and you're trying to be rude to them. They're gonna go back there and spit on your food.
Yeah.
And we were just talking about that in the other episode where they sit there and put like wingworm dust in your burger. Like they got a wingworm in their hand, they scratch it in your burger and shit because you're sitting there being rude. Don't look. I always say, don't fuck with the waiters, don't fuck with the cooks, because even if you fuck with the waiters, guess what they're gonna do? They're gonna go back to their fry cook and be like, "Yo, I got a dickhead out here. Hook him up with the special."
Yes.
Meanwhile, you got fucking
Scraping his
toenails.
fucking burger off the ground.
Hook them up with the real secret mac sauce, the secret sauce.
Or give him some real Parmesan and it's basically under your foot being scraped on your
No,
spaghetti.
he's scraping the cheese from under his nuts with a knife.
Be like, there goes your fucking what do you call that shit?
You know Ryan Reynolds
God.
made a movie about that, right?
I'm pretty sure he did. It's Ryan Reynolds.
It
any.
was Ryan Reynolds, and he was working in like some kind of restaurant, and then if they had a rude staff, he was the like head waiter there, and he would go back there and he told the cooks about it, and they'd hook him up with a special of all kind of disgusting kind of shit.
That's what I'm saying. Don't do it. Just be nice, be courteous. If your food takes a while, you can always get up and leave. You do realize that, right? You don't have to sit there and take it. And then Skinless, you said a red flag. Well, someone's got to tell them my order is wrong. I mean, yeah, but there's a way to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
All right,
there
next
is
one.
a way to do it.
There's a way to do it. All right, next one. Lack of presence. Constantly looking at their phone or being distracted shows they are not engaged or present in conversation. You know what? Once upon a time, that was not a problem until cell phones came around. Now it's kind of like, you know, you get there and they can't go 5 minutes without checking their phone or even now their watches, which is equally distracting.
That's you.
That's me. Oh, that's you too.
That's you now. And then you have the audacity to shut your phone on silent so I don't hear anything.
Would you rather hear my phone go off? Boom, 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 boom. You get
Well, he
mad
puts
when
it
you hear
on.
my ringtone.
Hey, he puts it on vibrate.
Who's that?
He puts it on vibrate. Puts it in his pants. He don't put it on silent.
Hey, well, you put your phone on vibrate and sit on it, and that's just as equally bad. All right, next behavioral trait, negativity. A generally negative attitude, constantly complaining, or being overly critical can be draining. Yes, because negative energy negates positive energy. Now you got two negative motherfuckers sitting there trying to get food or whatever you're doing at this place. Now, poor conversational balance, only talking about themselves, not asking you any questions, or not letting you speak can indicate self-centeredness. Personally, oversharing. That's like talking everything about yourself. Oh, I do this, I do that, I do this, I do that. But you're not giving the other person a chance to talk.
That's you.
That means, no, that's not me. That means that everything is going to revolve around you. And why are you dictating? We're married, dude. We talk all the time. And it's equal.
That's you.
It's equal. No, it's not me.
It is you. You know why?
Why? Why is that me?
Because when I try to say something, you'd be like, shh, shh, I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
When we're out to dinner? No, we're talking about dinner. See, there you go. There you go.
Hey, that goes back to what you were just doing right there. That goes back to don't make the people mad. It makes your food.
I mean, that's true. Hun, be quiet. All right, next one. Boundary.
Be quiet.
Hey, Anna, what's going on? I got my other co-host and my female co-host, Anna, which I'm hoping you could give some input to all this. Now, you said your first red flag is when she always calls you out. Oh, you talk about my wife. Oh, when she always calls me out. You
That
like
ain't a red flag. That's a green flag because it's
She
funny.
likes it.
And you know what? When you do it, that's a rainbow
Oh.
flag. Hey, hun, stop
Hey,
calling
Eddie.
me out.
Hey, ask your wife about that one time. You were on the couch
Oh, Charlie's, man.
and you had your mouth open.
Oh, no, we're not doing that.
I'd rather call you out than no Charlie's.
Yo, she kept taking pictures of me with my mouth open because I was passed out like drunk.
Oh,
And
something
she-
went in your mouth.
Yeah, hun, what did you put in my mouth when I was sleeping that day?
Ask Mario.
Yeah, what the hell did she put in my mouth? No, somebody's gonna answer that
A
shit.
banana-shaped object.
Oh, what? You put the
That
tip
sounds
in.
like-
It better be
that
the
sounds
tip of
like
your
something you
nipple.
would like.
Man.
Yo, chill out. Anna, what's going on? Welcome to the show, Anna. What's up? Man, so you like when she calls me out. See, hun, you got a fan.
Thank you.
Shut up. Anyway, so
I've always been a fan.
Oh, was she on yesterday?
she says she's always been a fan. No, Anna, you weren't on yesterday, right? I don't think you were on yesterday. Right?
No, I wasn't there
No.
before.
Let me show her.
Okay, well, she's got something to show you real quick before we get back on the
Show
show.
her my thing.
So she finished her crocheted, what is it, capulet?
my shawl.
Oh yeah, the shawl. So she
Oh,
wants to show you the shawl real
cute.
quick.
Look how beautiful.
Oh, that's
Oh,
nice.
good job. I love that.
The only unfortunate part is it covers her butt. It's a little
And
too
then I
long.
can make it like this.
Oh my goodness.
Look,
Hey, Eddie, you better be careful. Next thing
Why?
she's gonna make is the harness.
oh, you talking about the crochet harness?
That's gonna go wild.
And then it could go this way.
That's gonna be a lot of yarn. Because I mean, look at that. Ow!
She gonna connect something to that harness. You better watch out, Eddie.
Like what? What is she gonna connect to the harness?
A banana-shaped object.
Yo,
my-
chill. What is with you and banana-shaped objects? What is with you and banana-shaped objects?
It looks nice on you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I look fabulous.
You look like an old black
fabulous.
woman.
You is completely
A
gay.
old black
He likes
woman.
making
Yeah,
those
well, you're not white.
like men.
No, hey, I don't like men. All right,
You,
look.
I'm talking about Rio.
That's not true. You
Oh,
like
Rio
Mario.
definitely loves men. That's
You
why
ever
I keep
seen
talking
Eddie
about
with
banana-
You
cornrows?
like Rio.
No, but I
cornrows,
want
let's-
to.
Anna, can you, I mean,
You
hold
need
on,
to
hun.
see-
Can you?
You need to see Eddie with cornrows.
Oh,
She wants to see the picture when we took at Times Square because they talking about when I was wearing cornrows. So she wants to see this. So Anna, this is the first picture we ever took on the very first encounter that we had. This was what?
Oh,
14
you had
years
legit
ago.
cornrows?
I did. Look, check it out. I had
Yeah,
long hair before. See? Hold on. Let's see if I get that in frame.
Dude, it's literally giving Diddy.
Yeah.
Diddy, whoa! Diddy
Hey,
never had those.
Hey, Eddie had a side eye too. He had to watch out. He was cheating at the time too. So
I feel
Hey.
that's so funny. Austin,
What are you
you
talking
look like a completely different Austin.
I know, and they talking about me get cornrows again. Do you see my hairline? My shit is gonna go past these headphones if I get cornrows again. Anyway, Anna, we're talking about red flag first dates. We went back and revisited for a bonus show. I'm reading some of the actually. Give me a red flag since you're on live. What's a red
red
flag? What's another
flag-
red flag?
One, it can be a red flag. It doesn't always have to be a red flag, but it can be. Is when
Okay.
a man is like too close with his mom.
Ooh, a mama's boy. Ooh,
Yeah, but like
ooh.
there's a line though. Because yeah, it's good to have those relationships with your parents, but then it's like single mom, only son or something, like
give me a water.
basically wants
Yeah.
to, you know, with her own kids.
That's that could be one because the woman would feel like she's competing. And mama's boys, like mamas don't play. They look out for their sons.
That's
They
what I'm
scrutinize
saying.
who they date. And then before you know it, now you're dating the mom and the girl almost damn near, and it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, but you
it's
would
like
like
you
it,
gotta
though,
treat.
right?
That's wild. Hey, listen, it's not you're the one that go on onlysons.com. I don't go on that shit. Anyway, no, that's a good one, and that's one that nobody really touches back. And Mahal, you said bring back the Jerry curl. I never in my life had a Jerry curl ever in my life. I had braids. That's it.
Did
I
you
had
have beads?
curls.
Did you ever have beads?
Beads? Why the fuck would I put beads in my hair? I'm not from Atlanta.
You just seem like that kind of person. I bet you it was rainbow beads too.
That's crazy, pick Ron. You're about to get canceled. Nah, hell no. I never put. The only thing I had in my hair was rubber bands at the end of the braids, but that's it. I never had beads in my hair. Is insane. And what's going on, Mahal? All right, let's get back to the next behavioral red flag we got is boundary issues, making inappropriate sexual comments, being pushy, or expecting you to overshare on a first date are signs of poor boundaries. Yes and no. I mean, there's a boundary between compliments and just being like straight, like pig-like. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you know, on the first date, would
that's
you want
true.
would you want to be overly sexual like that on the first date? I don't know. And it shows your motives is kind of like you just trying to bang at that point. And then I think so. And then oversharing and trauma dumping, launching into heavy personal stories or past traumas can be a sign of poor emotional boundaries and may indicate they are using you as a therapist. You guys ever had a first date where somebody shared all their dramas with you and you had to sit there and listen to this shit for the first time?
That's when you just say, that sucks.
Yeah, be like, your lobster is getting cold. You should probably eat that.
I was gonna say Rio goes on dates.
I mean, I don't know if he ever
never.
been on a date.
Never.
He's never been on a date. Which blows my
Like,
mind.
actually, don't you have a wife?
I do.
But you guys have never been on a date?
I ain't no date, dude.
That's what I'm saying. You're not.
No.
This is the same guy
This is
who
crazy.
doesn't believe in Valentine's Day.
Wait, what?
Valentine's Day is fake. It's fake. It's a fake holiday. The only
So you mean to
holidays,
tell?
Christmas, Thanksgiving, Halloween,
Yeah.
and birthdays.
So you
What
never
about Father's Day?
Nah,
Ooh,
no,
fuck.
Father's Day, Mother's Day, all made up. All made up.
So you mean to tell me you never got Chrissy a Valentine's Day gift ever?
Nope. No. No, I haven't. That shit's
That's
cheesy.
crazy,
That
Rio.
shit's cheesy as fuck.
I heard it. She's like, yes, you have.
That shit's cheesy as fuck.
Not even for your wife, though, that you committed to for life, that you love?
That's crazy.
I
Okay,
wake
look.
up every morning. That's all she needs.
That's that's all. Shit, you know, you hear that, hun? I'm not buying your
And
shit
now
no
it's
more.
for the
Your
kids.
gift is me waking
That's
up
why.
every morning.
That's why you do it for the kids.
That's
Christmas.
Yo,
not
I
a
just-
gift. That's a curse.
I just told my wife she's not getting shit no more. Her gift is me waking up every morning. You should have saw the face that she just gave me when I said that.
Also, you better start pre-ordering her Valentine's Day gift right now.
I don't buy
start-
gifts. I don't expect gifts because if I want something, I'm just gonna fucking buy it.
Now, he's not wrong in this situation because there are people that say that Valentine's Day is very capitalistic, it's very commercialized. And if you've been together that long, there's certain expectations that kind of fall off with marriage. You know what I mean? Like, when you go out to eat, like when me and my wife go out to eat, it doesn't feel like dates anymore in the sense that
You're just
we're
gonna go
married.
get food.
We're getting food, right?
You
No,
know,
I understand that part.
At the
The
same
honeymoon phase.
time, on the Valentine's Day subject, I seen growing up, I seen my dad. He would go around the neighborhood, pick fresh wildflowers to make a bouquet out of them. He would sit down and write a whole notebook piece of paper of like a love letter to my mom. Still write her a card out, and then also go and buy her like a teddy bear, a piece of jewelry, and
That's
candy
cute.
also.
That's like something out of a fucking country novel. That's actually pretty dope. You don't see that anymore, really. You know,
Right?
picking
It's so
wild bouquets.
sweet.
I know, but you gotta be careful when you pick wild bouquets because somebody might come out with a pew pew and be like, "Yo, put them fucking flowers down."
Oh my god.
That only
But no,
happens
that's
to
sweet.
you, okay? That
We all
only
didn't grow up
happens
in
to
the
you.
Bronx.
the Bronx don't have flowers. That goes to show right there.
Yeah, they do.
We just
They
steal
have
dogs
flowers
and
next
shit.
to. They have
What are you
flowers
talking
next to
I
the
figured
bus
you would
stop.
go out and get a can,
That's
like
crazy.
a bunch of different cans, and make a bouquet out of cans.
Austin,
Listen,
do you
the
remember the first gift you ever bought your wife? Like before
The
she was
first
your
gift
wife?
the first gift I ever bought her, shit. Damn, I don't remember, hun. What was the first gift I bought you before we got married? Do you remember? Before we got married, right?
Arsena the sheep.
Oh, it was a stuffed sheep that I got her. Was the first gift I ever bought her because she loves stuffed animals, and that was like the first thing I bought her was a stuffed sheep. And let me tell you, the only time you ever see flowers in the Bronx is if they got candles next to them and R.I.P. That's the only fucking time I ever see goddamn flowers in the Bronx. Yo, Bronx is gonna kill me, dude. I'm trying to get Bronx listeners. That's not the way to go.
What you talking about? The first gift I ever bought my ex-wife for Valentine, or for like when we got together, the first gift I ever bought her was a heart-shaped pendant.
Okay, that's cool.
That had
Does she still have that pendant?
That had our initials in it.
Does she still have that thing?
Uh-huh.
Okay,
That's so
okay.
sweet.
Even though
You guys
even
don't
though
want.
she,
You
even
said
though she,
ex-wife.
even
So-
my ex-wife. Yeah, even though last time I seen that heart-shaped pendant, it was being thrown at my head. So
That's deep. That's deep. I'll be honest. That's deep. All right, topic-related red flags.
All right, we
Talking
gotta get
about
something
exes.
funny now. I don't want to. That's sad, bro.
That is sad. We gotta pick it up, dude. We gotta pick it up. All right, look. Topic-related red flags. Talking about your exes on the first date. Big red flag.
Dang.
yeah.
Big red. Why would you do that? Because at that point, that just shows that you're not over your ex. If
Hey.
you're talking about your ex on the first date,
I got a red flag for you where you want to go into that.
but you got
So it's going to go back to the guy best friend part. Wonder
Okay.
if she tells you that her best that this guy is her best friend, but also that they used to date back in the day.
ooh.
Ooh,
Then
A red flag.
where is Skinless on that one? Because I know what he's going to answer. So Anna, before you join on the show, Skinless was on here, and one of the red flags. Oh, he's on there. One of the red flags that he said was if his girl has a guy best friend, is an automatic red flag. And it goes to what Pickron said. Pick, you said that the guy best friend could be the guy that she used to date. This is why Skinless feels the way he feels, because there's a
He used
chance
to
that the guy
date,
best
and then
friend
he turned gay.
is that a red flag? At that point, you gotta think he's not interested in her like that no more.
that's
He's
a red flag.
interested in
That's
you.
a red flag for
He's
you.
trying to get to
because he
you.
might be trying to hit on you.
Nah, because at that point he went from gloves to fucking bat and balls. At that point, does it really make a difference? No.
Or hey, to even elaborate on that more, wonder if the female tells you, hey, I know he still has feelings for me, but I don't have the same feelings for him.
Oh no. Anna, what's your take on that?
I feel like it's cut and dry. If someone is your friend, they are only your friend. They were never anything else. And if they were, then that's 100% red flag. But I mean,
yeah.
I can't be mad at every single guy having a girlfriend. It's just the way that they bring you that friend.
That
Was
goes
it
back
someone
to
they used to be with, or is it genuinely a friend?
now that goes back to the age-old question, Anna. Can guys and girls be just friends?
Yes. I feel like I can be just friends with a guy and not be anything more. I've done it in the past, but I feel like people are so deceiving and distrusting nowadays that it's hard to believe that.
Exactly, because let's just say in your workplace, right? You always see the same coworkers, guy and female, together. Now they work together, but in some case, you might be thinking that, damn, they must be banging after work or something like that. Even though they're just coworkers and colleagues, they're just. That's kind of like, and you're right. That's kind of the idea everybody seems to get now. And then of course this next one, this
of like work husband and work wife.
ooh, we just did a show on that. I don't know if you weren't on that
I don't
show.
think I was, no.
Damn, we just did that show like a couple of days ago. We were talking about relationships in the
You ain't
workplace.
get the Roger Rabbit effect yet.
Oh, that's gonna be for the new season. I already got that episode cooked up. All right, and then the next topic-related red flag is victim mentality. Constantly playing the victim or making bitter generalizations about others shows a potentially unhealthy outlook. Victim mentality. I guess in that sense, it's kind of like blaming your ex on this.
Yeah.
And Jacob, you want to be a guest speaker? Yo, send an invite. Hold on, let me see if we can get you on here. You want to be a guest speaker? Oh, let's see if we can get you on here. That should be fun. I don't know if I could get you on here though. I'm not sure. Do you have to get on to be a guest speaker? Do you have to have like a certain amount of people?
You have to hit the little thing at the bottom that shows that you can join and you request to join from the host. in the hopes
All right,
of
there
they accept it or not.
There you go, Jacob. See if you can join. So hit the little thing on the bottom. Send me it, and I'll definitely get you on the show.
On my
All right.
phone, it's like two little icons, like two little people icons.
All right, bet. So now it's story time. We got to get into the stories on women who actually had they shared their stories courtesy of BuzzFeed of their first red flags on their first date. I'm gonna read these stories, and of course we're gonna get on to it. All right, so this is courtesy of BuzzFeed. All right, this article was written back how the fuck are you me now? What is this? How are you? What the fuck you got going on? See, as my moderator, you have to be mature. I can't be talking to myself in the show.
You want to know my red flag?
Okay, what's your red flag? All right, come over here, because I need you to talk into the mic. My wife is going to give her first red flag before we get into story time. Anna, I know you're going to want to hey, yo, why is this stuff on my lip? What do you got going on in there? Hey, yo.
This was before I met you.
Okay, this is her first red flag. Go for
This
it.
when I was living on Belmont Avenue. I met this guy. I was working as a security officer at the airport. I met him. He wanted to meet up, take me out. So, babe.
I'm sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
Let me sit down.
Sit down
Scoot
where? Where can you
over.
sit down?
Scoot over. Let me sit down.
All right. She's gonna join in. She's
Okay.
gonna give us. I can't believe she's on the show again.
So, this is what happened, right? I met him. He said, okay, I'm on my way. I just got my car. And I said, okay. And I'm texting him, where are you? Where are you? And he was like, oh, my car just broke down. He was at Atlantic Avenue. So I had to walk from Belmont Avenue all the way up to Atlantic Avenue.
How many blocks was that?
6 blocks. 6 blocks.
Okay, so continue.
I walked up there. I was like, okay, the outfit I was dressed on, I literally dressed up because he said he was taking me somewhere fancy. We go. He took me on Atlantic Avenue. I think there was a Sizzler at the time.
Ooh, Sizzler.
He took me to Scissors, right? Now, he treated me out. I had to pay for my own meal.
Damn.
What?
I had to pay for my own meal, right? And then ever since then, like, dude, you had me walk in heels from Belmont Avenue all the way to Atlantic Avenue, number one. You didn't give me a drive home. And to top it off, I had to pay for my meal.
That's all
You
flag.
just took yourself out.
I started dodging his phone calls.
Like she said, you took yourself out, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And you
she
know
took
what's
herself
funny?
out. The fuck?
That guy, the guy that
Had a bigger
that
pecker than
one
you,
who
Eddie.
approached me
That's the classified.
when we went to our first movie theater in College Point, our movies in College Point. He was like, "Oh, hi," and I was like, "Hi."
That's awkward. And no, he did not have a bigger dick than me. Thank you.
But I was like, I stopped talking to him for the longest time. I was like, I couldn't bring myself to that. Like, I lowered my standards to walk from my house. You know, I was that type of person. I was like, okay, I'm gonna work 50-50, whatever. Your car broke down, okay, you're waiting for the mechanic. You never moved from that spot.
That's a lot of red flag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You talk about that whole dude is nothing but a red flag.
14 years later, I'm like,
Well, shit, as long as he had a smaller pecker than me, that's, we're good on that. I'm pretty sure. And why the fuck is my picture your picture right now? What is this?
That's the classified.
oh my
Cookies.
gosh.
Call them cookies.
Where was that taken?
That was in Italy.
No,
What
in
the
Italy,
fuck?
Jeez.
Could you change that, please? That is very...
No, that's cookie, dude.
But you look how clean you look on that one compared to your ruggedy ass right now.
I mean, my hairline doesn't look like it changed.
No, I'm talking about your face. Your face. You need to put those
It's
shades
called
on.
maturity.
No,
I was gonna
it's
say,
called
facial hair
lack
looks
of
good
hair
on
in
you.
that lower one.
Thank you. Oh, shit, I almost knocked this off my ear. She said, facial hair looks good on me. See, I told you.
No. Do you see? I want him
He
smooth.
says no.
It's itchy. I
Well,
don't
he
let
cut
him
his-
touch me with that face.
He cut his pubes off and put them on
That's
his face.
fair.
No, I did not cut my pubes off. This is not pubic hair.
This face
Although
hair,
it's the same
facial
it's the
hair
same
has to
texture.
come off, Anna. I'm sorry.
This is the same
asshole
texture.
hairs.
No, it's not.
She's
Ass
right
hair.
though. She does
It's
have to
not
kiss with
same
you and
texture.
text you and stuff.
This is itchy. It's itchy.
Yo, chill out.
You know what? You know what I could do with him? Look, now I could go like this.
Let's see if it sticks on. No, let's see if it stick on. Let it stick on. Let me see.
Oh wait, no.
No.
That's
It's
not
not
right.
so funny.
Yeah.
All right, let me see. Hold on. Wait.
Well, you gotta
no.
cut some more ass hair off to put it on there. To make
Look, it
Yeah.
doesn't even stick on. Oh shit!
That's how nappy his shit is.
Yo, get the fuck out of here! Get off my show. That was my wife, everybody. Yo, chill out. What is wrong with you?
nappy hair, man.
And no, Jacob, she didn't say my balls were itchy. What are you talking about?
His face is itchy.
My face?
I hate it. It would be different. Like when it gets down to here, if he grows it down to here, that's one thing because it was all smooth.
See?
And I knew how to take care of his beard when we first started dating.
And see, if I have a beard, so when I'm on top, you can
Now-
yank me down. See, if I have a long beard.
It's like it's so
Hey, you know what? Don't worry, Eddie. I'll be there with you. Look, there you go. I'll be there with you.
Yo, my man's comb is sticking on his face too. Look at that, and he's white.
Hey, I take offense to that. I'm not white, okay?
He's a loser. He's a loser.
Yo,
Hey, you
it's,
know what? Look,
But that
even
was
for better
comfy.
off, I got you.
We
Hold on.
gotta tune in like that again.
but see, my
There you
man, you
go.
got that Amish beard, dude. You got that, you got that Hezekiah Walker
Okay,
beard.
I was literally thinking the same thing. Respectfully.
My beard,
Respect.
no, it ain't that. I'm actually 75% Cherokee and 25% French. So that's why I don't grow a beard like most people do.
Yeah, it took me forever to get my beard connected here. It was like the gap between the Hoover Dam.
Oh, yeah.
It took so long to get
You
this
see,
shit.
it's starting to come back in.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Mahal, he said you got the Abe Lincoln beard. Mahal, what the fuck? He said they're throwing some zingers. He's like, 4 scores ago.
7 years.
Says,
ago.
That's crazy.
Says the R. Kelly lookalike.
Who's the R. Kelly
Wow.
lookalike? Who's the R. Kelly lookalike? I don't pee on people, yo. You wow. You know damn well. No, I don't.
Your wife
Who did
is
I
outing
pee
you
on?
right now.
You know me that first time you had a margarita.
I peed on you? What?
Yeah, you blamed me for peeing in the bed.
Oh, that's crazy. No.
Wow.
Eddie,
That's
Hey.
crazy.
We
You
might,
already
hey,
seen
Eddie,
me some plastic
I
shoes.
wore your boxers. There you go.
I can't believe you put that out there. Okay, now that it's
Hey.
out there.
Eddie,
Hey, what the
What happened?
Come here. I
we
want
might,
to show you
Eddie,
something.
Eddie, we
I
might
wanna
get
show you-
canceled for this. We might get canceled.
Yo,
for
what
this.
is
I'm
going
sorry.
on? Yeah, take.
Yes, that's the tip. That's the tip.
Whoa. This is turned into rated R.
That's what I did. I was
let me
on the
switch it.
couch.
I don't want to get canceled. I
Wow.
Bro,
don't want
are
to get
you-
canceled. I don't want to get canceled.
This is a whole new side of Austin.
Okay, wait, Anna, hold on. There's so much more you need to learn of me.
It was so bad. Dude, this guy was belligerent. He was freaking wasted. And
He
you know
was
what else he
fucked
did? Yo, he let Rio's dog Chapel molest him.
Yeah, that dog was humping the fuck out of me, dude. And I was like playing
Oh
around
my
on the floor.
goodness.
Yo, he's giggling. And he's like, oh, Chapo, Chapo. The dog is licking all over his face. And he just kept the.
And you let it happen too, goddammit.
No, I was like,
Hey,
what the fuck? What
Hey,
the
be honest.
fuck?
Were you that kid with peanut butter with your dog?
Hey, yo, get the no. Hell no. I got a question. You on that because you brought that shit up. I don't put
I don't
peanut butter
know.
on.
That,
No.
I
And
don't
there
know
you
that
go.
picture about the
There
tip
you go
being down
again.
in
He
your
was
mouth.
like,
It made it very.
Hey, look, that night, I walked back with one shoe. Now, Rio used to live next to me. He was 2
Barefoot.
houses down. No, I wasn't
Yes,
barefoot.
you were
I had
barefoot
socks
with
on.
one. No, you didn't have a sock on the right foot. You had this.
We're losing track of the topic here. Okay,
No, the topic
whatever.
has gravely switched to you, Austin. Sorry.
Yeah, this is not a round table roast Austin edition. Look, that day though, I will tell you, I was fucked
Can we
up.
do that?
Wait.
No, we will not do that. Look, I'm a lightweight when it comes to alcohol, and I get very
glass of
giggly.
margarita. His first glass
Okay,
of margarita.
the first glass of
At
margarita. No,
The
no.
Holiday Inn. It was at the Brazilian restaurant.
You are so
in
sleeping in the
Long Island
hallway
City.
after this. You sleeping in the hallway tonight. You're bringing out the worst in me. All right, look, that night, all right, look. I'm not, listen, I like to have fun about myself. That night, I had a margarita. And I woke up, and apparently I peed in the bed.
Not
the whole
just
bed was
any margarita. It was the apple martini margarita.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I got up. Hey, what
I
the fuck?
remember that one too.
Hey, what am I doing? Why I look like I'm hitting something from behind? Okay, yo, let's get back.
Hey, what happened to that green sweater too?
I still have it. It's in the closet. That's my
what I'm
champion
rocking.
sweater.
I can't find the Jesus picture. I'm mad.
Yeah. But
Good. Yeah, he said, yo, that was so bad that day. All right, we got to get back on topic. Anna left. She's like, what the fuck's going on? All right, Anna will probably be back. All right, look, let's get back to the topic. There's an article that was actually written on my birthday this year.
I gotta go.
All right, yeah, go ahead. Go.
Ryan's coming.
All right, I'll see you in a bit. Have fun. Yo, what was I doing in that picture real quick before I get onto the list? What was I doing? Why does I look like I was hitting
Oh
something
my
from the
god,
back?
that looks like you were at a titty party.
You were hitting me.
Yo, Anna. That
You were
would not,
hammered.
even if I...
You were hitting me from the back.
Really? What?
Yeah, you took something. See that? I did that, and then you did the other one, and you got tagged. Yeah.
Bro, what the fuck? All right, look. We're never going to make it to the list.
What's that thing right there?
What? What are you doing? Why you putting save that shit for later. Why are you putting your finger in my mouth?
Look here.
Get the... Yeah, you ain't getting it from behind tonight. You keep doing that shit. Anyway, let's get to the list.
I don't need that.
All right, look, let's get to the list. This article was written. This article was written just this January. Women are revealing their first date red flags that you should never overlook. Okay.
That's right.
He said, "Save that for later." No, Jacob. No, Jacob. Not that. Not that. All right, look.
That's right.
So here's the first story somebody submitted to BuzzFeed. This woman said that I went on a date with a guy who turned every question I asked into a trauma dump. I left the date knowing more than I needed or wanted to know for a first date. Now, it doesn't say exactly what he told, but I guess after that, they will probably never had another date again. Now, the second one saying, quote, all of his exes are bitches. No, they're not. He just placed all of the blame for the failures in the relationship on the women and doesn't listen until she's yelling, "You'll be next." So in other words, victim blaming. What's up? See you later. Love you too. Oh, yeah, a picture of me holding... That was the day. That was the day Chapo fucking did that. That's the day I ended up going back home with no shoes on.
You were fucking hammered.
Yo, I was gone. Just like the Thanksgiving party we had back in 19, I was fucked up.
Yeah.
Anyway, next one. This next story, she said that she went on a date with a guy who, when I told him I wanted to be a criminal prosecutor, he lectured me about prosecution and defense law incorrectly. I don't know what the hell that's about, but this next one, quote, if you touch me without permission, I will be counting down the seconds until the date is over. So she went on a date with the guy who grabbed my upper arm, shoulder, and waist without asking.
Upper anal region.
Yeah. And then, I don't know you, don't touch me, especially don't touch me if I haven't told you you can't. It's funny because on the first day me and my wife met, I asked her if I could kiss her. I didn't just kiss her. I asked her, would it be okay if I kiss you? And we shared our first kiss on the Brooklyn Bridge. And the rest is history. Yeah,
So
I asked her if... Because just imagine, you take advantage and try to kiss somebody on the first date without permission. So you're going to get probably smacked, or they might go along with it. I don't know, but... that's not a bad picture of me now that I'm looking at it. That's not a bad photo.
I'll find some more.
Don't show them the naked ones, though, that you and I took. Anyways.
Savage.
Now, Anna, this was one that we said was a red flag when it comes to going to restaurants and being rude to, like, the staff. So this woman said that being rude to service industry staff in any capacity is a done deal for me. I treat everyone I encounter, from my bartender to the cashier, with respect. People who don't are entitled. I want nothing to do with them. Now, Anna, have you ever been on a date where your date was rude to the staff?
Thankfully not. But I was going to say, when your wife was talking about the guy that she went on a date with and how she paid for her own meal, I went on a date with a guy. He asked me out on the date. And he literally ordered, like, chicken because he doesn't like vegetables, and then I paid for both of us.
Damn.
But wait, he invited you on the date, though.
Yep.
Oh, that's game over. Oh, fuck no.
Trust and believe I did not talk to him after that.
That's a lose my number after we're done here today or tonight.
Yeah.
Now let me ask you guys: do you feel that the person that invited you on the date should pay for the date, or
I mean,
should, do you see,
yeah.
Yeah, you went.
I mean,
and
I
asked
never
them out on a
expect
date.
it.
Found it.
Who is that?
Found it.
That's me. That's me.
That's us, Tina.
Why do you have so many photos of me?
Really,
We've lived
though.
with each other for like fucking 4 years, damn near.
All right, yes, I used to have my hair used to be that long. I used to have
That's
long.
crazy. You have better
Yeah.
hair than me.
I had that hanging up in my house too. I had a.
Why do you have it?
I
No,
actually
I don't
feel
have it
like
now.
you should make a sweatshirt with that face on it. I would wear it.
What the fuck? Okay, look.
I would pay
Have you
money
shown?
for that.
I bet you would, Anna. I bet you would. Hey, Rio, have
need
you shown
that.
Sophie that photo?
No. That's good though.
She gonna be like, "You look like a bitch ass Uncle Eddie." I already know she's gonna say that. She curses me out all the time.
Honestly, those kids don't do anything besides talk shit to you.
I love it though because it's so cute.
What are you talking about? I'm gonna raise my daughter to talk shit to him.
Daddy,
Yes, Sophie. Okay, I'll explain that photo in a minute. Yes, Sophie.
you're a faggot.
Hey, no,
Pussy
whoa, no, we're gonna get cut off. Hey, Sophie,
You gotta raise them right.
that's raising them right, calling me up.
Honestly, though, if Rio was my dad, that'd be pretty lit.
Yeah,
Seems like he's a good dad.
I mean
He's
that's
a
how
great
my dad was. So
All right, let me explain that photo real quick. We took this photo. It came up on our Facebook memory, October of 2009. Was it 2019? Yeah. We went to Ireland. We took that photo in Dublin. So we went to the Guinness Brewery. They give you a free pint at the Guinness Brewery. And then we hobbled our way to the Jameson Brewery because we were fucked up. So we were like wobbling around the streets of Dublin drunk. And look at me, I was already like halfway nice right there. That we took that photo in front of the Guinness Brewery, where Guinness beer come from. That was a good fucking. That was a good trip. That was definitely a good trip. But he's gonna find some more photos of me. It's coming up, so don't worry. I'll explain them as I go along.
I'm trying to look. I don't have many more. I don't think.
you still ain't explained
Good.
that other photo,
Which one?
the one with you on the couch.
And it came up right when he said it too. That was perfect fucking timing. I was fucked up. That's when I went to. Okay. God, this is turning into a roundhouse Austin edition. So that photo that I'm sitting there sucking a tip on something, Rio, he lived 2 houses
Sucking a
from
tip
me.
is crazy.
It really is. If it's not a
Yeah, I
nipple,
guess it was
it's
just
crazy.
a tip that night.
Unfortunately, look. So let me finish. So we get back on track. So Rio lived 2 houses from me, and he had a party at his house. He had one of his dudes make this really good fucking jerk chicken. This shit was to die for. So I went over there, and of course there's food, there's drinks, regular fanfare, and I had some Malibu and some other shit, and I got fucked
It was that.
up.
It was that Ray and nephew. That fucking Jamaican rum.
Yeah, that's what it was. That's what it was, and I was fucked up. And I had to hobble with no shoes on 2 houses back to my house. And then I passed out on the couch, and that's when my wife proceeded to have her way with me, and then taking pictures of that, hun. I'm telling you. But no, that was a good fucking night. That was
He
a good
said
night.
this
This
when
phone,
she's not there to integrate.
no, she's there. What was that? Okay, where was that from?
That was that turkey we made.
Oh, I love this story time. So this was Thanksgiving of 2022. Before he moved, he made this turkey. Now, contrary to what you may think of this guy, he could make a fucking turkey. And I made baked macaroni and cheese. My wife made some other things, and we had a fucking feast. And that turkey was simmering in juices prior to being cooked, and that was one of the best turkeys I've ever had. This dude could do a turkey. I'm telling you.
Oh, I know how to make,
Despite-
I know how to make a pretty good turkey myself, but still.
I mean, I'm good with turkey sandwiches, but this man could do a whole fucking turkey. And in this photo right here, real quick, this photo was taken of me in Italy. This was my second duty station, and I don't know what the fuck I was doing there. I think we were doing some work, some layouts, and that was in front of our cough, and that's where he took I don't know who. Did you take that photo?
Yeah, I remember I told you to put the glasses on because you look like Cookie from Ned's Declassified.
Bro, you got to be kidding me. Anyway, all right, let's get back to this. Now, let me ask you, Anna, or let me ask all of you, is how your guest dress, your date, does that matter? Like the way they dress, they have to look all proper. They look a little sloppy.
At
What's your
least
take?
look respectful. Because that same dude that I was talking about literally showed up in black sweats and like a weirdly stained like white t-shirt. I don't even know what the fuck I was doing.
Weirdly stained. Okay.
Well,
Most importantly, where did you
white.
Oh, you'll know if that was that type of stain because it'll be like an off-white beige on a white shirt.
No,
Don't
it
ask
was
me how
just
I
like
know.
dirty. I didn't put clean laundry
Don't ask
on.
you how you know that.
That's crazy. Okay, so since his dress didn't match anything, where did you guys go to eat for him
We
to
went
look
and
so
got pho
off?
because I wanted to get pho.
Ooh, pho is
But
good.
it's still the fact of like just you don't have to dress in a fucking suit, but
No.
don't wear that. And
You
then
got to wear
after the
clean
day,
clothes.
after I
You got to wear
came,
clean clothes. You got to look somewhat presentable.
literally,
Damn.
he was like, I'm going to pull over in the shade over there because I want to smoke a cigarette. And I'm like, no worries, like thinking this man's going to get out of his car to smoke a cigarette. No, he pulled into the shade and smoked the cigarette in the car with me in there. And I was like, I got out. I was like, what the fuck, dude?
He lit one
Which
up.
brings- Which brings me to our next question. Is smoking a red flag for a first date?
No, but like doing that is a red flag.
Yeah, you got to know when to do it. You got to you can't just do
what
it
the hell?
inside a car or inside. If you
Oh,
walk
I
in
feel like
somebody's
that's
house
rude.
and they're smoking in the house.
Yeah, smoking in my car
Well,
is a
depending
red
on what
flag.
they're smoking, though.
It don't even matter
they're
what they're
smoking-
smoking.
You know, the flower. I'm cool with that because I do that too. But
Yeah.
like, none of the no.
No, you're right. And even when I give people rides and they respectfully ask me, "Can I smoke in my car?" I say no. Because that cigarette
No.
smoke attaches to everything in your car and that shit is hard to get out. You have to detail the car at that point for that shit to come out. I'm like, nah. But speaking of dressing, right? Brings me to this story right here. This woman said that I left a date once because my first impression of him upon seeing him in person was that he was sloppy. He was wearing corduroy pants that were too long, so they were all tattered on the bottoms, and flip-flops, and had a giant grease stain on the front of his oversized shirt. Now, I'm not a fashionista by any means, but he didn't even try to look decent. And then during dinner, he planned our entire life together, traveling the U.S. to follow the Dodgers on their season tours. I'm a big baseball fan, but this was extreme. So the dude dressed like Shaggy from Scooby-Doo and thought that this was a good idea. Corduroys. Who wears corduroy pants? I haven't worn corduroys in so fucking long. I don't know who wears corduroys, but let me tell you, if you're gonna wear corduroys, make sure they fit, and then they're not dragging all over the floor. And then who the fuck wears corduroys with sandals on the first date?
A hippie?
Exactly. That's the exact vibe I got from this guy, was that he's a hippie. Because
He's
ain't no
Shaggy
way.
from Scooby-Doo with the munchies.
And then you got a grease stain on your shirt. Now, Anna, you already know. You just said the story about the guy that had the mysterious stain on his shirt, which we'll never know what it is. First impressions are everything. Even if you're like going to don't matter where you go. If it's like a first date at Starbucks or a classy restaurant, no matter how you dress, because you can pull off any outfit properly if it's clean, well fitted, and everything of the like. You don't have to dress like Mr. Monopoly and all that shit. But if you can pull any outfit and it's clean, you're good to go.
What about gray
You're good.
sweats?
You can pull off gray sweats as long as they're fucking clean.
They have to be gray.
Now,
Yeah,
Anna,
for sure.
it has to show the package. I was going to ask you now, Anna. Do gray pants? Are they red flag on the first date? Gray sweats? No. Yes. No.
Be okay with the gray sweats.
Now, do you think a guy that wears gray sweats on the first date? Do you think his ulterior motive is to show his package, or he's comfortable?
No, he's just trying to. You know what he's trying to do.
That's what I'm there for at that point. They're gonna wear gray sweatpants.
Advertising the goods. Let me tell you something. My wife will never let me walk out with gray sweats. Hell, she don't even like when I walk out with black sweats. I'm like, they're just sweatpants.
It blends in when you wear black sweats.
Not with me. It blends in. That's crazy. I'm not that dark, especially down there. But she doesn't like when I go out with sweats because it shows a bulge. And she's like, you're not going out there like that. I'm like, I'm going out. Maybe I'm walking, taking a jog or whatever. She's like, no, you can't go out there with that.
You ain't going to see much. There ain't going to see much. I don't know why.
Shut up. Anyway. Okay. All right. Let me see. This next story is pretty short and sweet. If your date orders your food for you and doesn't ask what you want, he doesn't know you. You are a child. Ordering for someone else is a red flag. Let me ask you guys, have you ever...
That's crazy. Why would you even do that?
That's a big red flag.
Like,
Anna,
no, she's not getting cheeseburgers. She's getting the chicken fingers.
You imagine ordering your date chicken fingers.
We're adults.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
what the fuck? Let me ask you. Can you imagine a guy orders a filet mignon and he's like, yo, she'll have the chicken strips.
I would be like, perhaps not.
Yeah.
Oh, matter of fact, it was like that scene from White Chicks where Terry Crews took, and she ordered, or he ordered, whatever, ordered all this shit. And he was like, no, he was going to order her something small and light. And she ordered all the ribs and all that shit. Mahal, let me ask you something. Perhaps a salad. Nah. Let me ask you, Mahal, because you've been pretty quiet. Have you ever, what's a red flag for you on a first date? Or when, like, at any point, when is a red flag for a first date? He's there, but he's not there. All right. Oh, you there?
Yeah.
I can't hear you. You got to speak up.
Say it again.
What's a red flag for a first date? Like, what is one of those things on the first date that you'll notice that is kind of like, this isn't going to work out?
I don't know. Just like this
I don't know what's going on with your audio, Mahal, but I can barely hear you. I don't know. It's probably your mic. I'm not sure, but I can barely hear you. But anyway, I'm gonna keep moving. This next story. Anyone who leads with anything sexual is a no for me. In addition, anyone who is rude to anyone is a no for me. And then this next one. If during a date I can see him checking out other women, that tells me how he will only want me until someone better comes along. Interrupting me to tell him about him. Questioning the validity of something I said, and then Googling it right in front of me. I was right, of course. And then
funny.
Simply give me a shrug. Just imagine you guys are having an intellectual conversation, and he or she doesn't believe you, and then they pull out the Google to fact check you. Would you feel disrespected for that?
Yes.
Yes.
Like, you don't trust me?
Well, they barely know you, so that's already, it's your first encounter. But damn, you sitting there playing Jeopardy at the table like, I don't believe you. I don't believe the sun spins around X amount of times. Let me Google that. How would you know that? Let me find out myself.
I would feel like if someone needs to Google it, it's just their like way of needing to be right or like needing to prove something, and that could be red flaggish.
True, if very self-centered and questioning somebody's intellectual. What is your puppet? I'm sorry. What is your puppet's name again? I can't hear you, man. What's going on with your audio? All right, look.
He's muted.
Yeah, he's muted.
He's muted. Hey, Mahal, you're muted. Did you mute yourself, or what is going on over there?
You're not supposed to show your face.
Yes, he showed his face before. This is not the first time he's
No,
when you
have a puppet, you're not supposed to show your face.
That's true. That's the first rule of puppeteering. You're not supposed to show your face unless you're in front of a live audience and they already see you. All right, next one. This next story. And this pick run, this might be around your alley. She said that he takes me to a place with a bar and just drinks the entire time. I don't mind having 1 or 2 drinks, depending on the place, but if all he does is just order drinks and get wasted, then I don't want that. Come on, you got to have some food with your drink. You can't just take somebody to a bar. Now, pick run, we talked about it earlier. Taking a woman to a bar just to have drinks. Do you think food should be involved in this? Because apparently this woman went on a date where the guy just bought drinks.
Yeah.
And no food.
Like, every time I go to a bar for a date and everything, we always either go by somewhere and grab a quick bite, or we know that the bar has food that we can order there, and we'll order food and everything. But we normally have food with it. We don't just drink.
No food, no drinks. That's my kind of date.
Wait, what's your kind of date?
No food, only drinks.
That's crazy, Cosby. You gotta have some fucking food
Well,
somewhere
I'm not
there.
dropping pills and drinks. I'm just drinking.
Yo, that
I'm
is
over here
wild
talking
work.
about red flags on a date while I'm getting ready for a date. That's funny.
Oh, that's why you got all black and dressed out. Look at you over here. I was like, wait a minute, this man went and changed the shirt. He changed the drip. He put a chain on. He got his beard all
I
fluffed
had
up.
the
I'm
chain
like,
on. I had the chain on.
oh, this man looking like you out here looking like John B. All right, listen, man. Look,
Where
what
you
time are you
going?
supposed to go on your date? Yeah, where you
Huh?
going? What's the date? Where you going?
I'm
Hope it
going
goes
to her
well.
place. She's cooking me dinner.
Oh, home meal. Oh shit.
Yeah.
This man got dripped up. He's ready. Well, you came to the right show. So wait a minute, this isn't
I
your
love
first
that.
date. Is this like a first date? No, right?
No, this is what do you call it? This is the Roger Rabbit effect. We're sitting down to talk
Oh,
things
that
over.
chick. Oh, okay. So it's not a first date, but there's still red flags to look out for, even though it's not a first date. But nonetheless,
There's
so I got a
already
couple- I
red
got-
flags about it, but I'm still gonna pursue it.
well, make sure you can turn them red flags into green flags. All right, I got some more stories. I got some more for you guys. This woman said that he showed up to our first date, the first time they ever met, and he brought his 5-year-old daughter with him. And he proceeded to tell her that I was going to be around for a while because daddy really likes this one. And I babysit her while he devours his Chick-fil-A. And I bolt it as soon as I could.
Hey, that's a good move. That's a good move.
What are you
Bringing your
I want-
daughter?
Bringing your kids.
You wanted to say that I had my beard all nice and everything. I ain't even done with it yet.
What are you about to put baby oil on your beard?
Fuck, no,
Diddy.
I'm not Diddy.
Anna, let me ask you a question. If your date showed up with his kid, now let's just say you didn't even know the kid or didn't know they even had a kid. Is this a red flag?
Yes, I would turn around and I would leave.
No, that shit's fun.
For a first date?
Yeah, that's when you
That-
know
that-
if they're real or not, if they're true to it.
For a first date?
For a
Yeah.
first date? You mean to tell me if you was a single man and you met a
If you was
woman-
a single man and you didn't have nobody to watch your kid, you're taking your kid.
valid?
I would at least
And
give
I
them
guess-
a warning.
But
Yeah,
know
you
what?
have to give
at
them
least
a warning. Yeah.
But it
Yeah,
shows
I'd be like, hey,
effort.
sorry. Yeah, I mean, shit happens.
It does. It does.
But if someone just showed up without telling me, I'd be like, yeah, no.
That'll be wild work. I'll be like, whoa, 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 whoa. You got. This is kind of crazy. All right, so this next story, it's pretty short. He told me a story about traveling in South America. Great, I love a well-traveled person. Then he said he complimented eating human flesh while he was there in
Oh.
South America. That's giving Hannibal Lecter, Jeffrey Dahmer
Yeah.
vibes. Yeah, that's a
That's
no-go.
giving I'm gonna die if I stay.
You're gonna end up in the freezer next to the hot dogs. Nah, I'm out. I'm out. All right,
Are they
next
hot
one.
dogs or are they fingers?
That I don't want an answer. You know what's funny? Speaking about fingers, I come to learn that in England, you know how we call fish sticks? They call them fish fingers out there. Fish fingers. I was like, when the fuck does fish have fingers? And when the hell does chicken have fingers too? Nothing makes sense.
There you go. There you go, Eddie. That's what it looks like when it's done.
This man is about to blow dry, wash, shampoo, set his beard.
A green flag for Eddie is when he's sitting next to her at the bar, and he goes and reaches over and something pokes him in the hand.
And that's a green flag
Oh.
for me. Because I
There
love
you
shit
go.
like that.
There's what I
What
put
is-
in my beard.
What is that? That is hair and beard moisturizing lotion. See, I might need something like that for when I get my beard going. Because after
It,
this show, I got to cut my beard.
You know how like some people they'll get infected hairs and everything inside their beard.
Yeah, yeah.
and all
The
that?
fossilitis and shit? Yeah.
That right there, that helps prevent that. It like decreases your chances of getting infected hairs and everything.
See, that's why I'm glad.
And
When I
plus, it always
shave, I don't
makes-
break out.
Plus, it makes it look a little bit more silkier.
Look at this. This man is ready for the night. I can't even be mad at
Yeah,
him.
he ain't playing.
He's not
He
playing. He's
means
getting
business.
some. He's trying to get some buns tonight.
I mean,
All right.
also,
I mean-
where was it? I still gotta clean my shoes that are over there to put on.
What the hell happened to the door?
I don't know.
Yo.
I'm new to this place, like I told you. Remember?
Yeah, true. I throw some fucking whiteout or something on there. Fuck paint. Put some whiteout, cover that shit up. All right, look.
Yeah,
We'll go to the next story. This is a red flag, and I'm pretty sure it is. This woman said if they are late for the first date, it shows a lack of consideration for the other person. Being late happens, but my rule of thumb is if they're over 15 minutes late and they don't let you know before you're supposed to leave. Let's get some input on it. I'm going to start with you, Anna. Being late.
I agree. Because I'm already someone who likes to be on time, and
I'm punctuality.
I'm very like stickler about that stuff.
Yes.
So if someone's gonna be late and they're not gonna tell me, "Hey, I'm running late, sorry," and then yeah, I'm gonna leave. I'm about to order myself food and to go. Bye.
Valid. Okay, so what's a grace period? How late can they be before you're like, I'm done with this?
I would say I would give them, if they're not going to tell me, I would give them like 10, 15 minutes. But if they told me, then that's different. I might wait a little bit.
Okay. What about you, Pick? How late are we talking before you're like, this shit is not happening?
Well, I mean, if they like, it just depends. Are they going to like? Do they let me know that they're going to be late, or is it the fact how they're not letting me know that they're going to be late?
Okay, let's just say then they not give you the common courtesy to let you know.
I'm gone after 10 minutes.
10 minutes. See, this person on here said 15 minutes. Anna said 15 minutes. So I say 10, 15 minutes without a warning, I think is valid. I think it's very valid. Yeah, absolutely. All right, this next one. What the hell is that? What is going on over there? Are you glitching out?
Me or him?
No, he is. My picture. He's got. Yo.
I'm giving them 60 seconds, and if they don't make it, I'm taking home the waitress.
60 seconds.
And then I'm taking home the
60
waitress.
seconds. What if it's an old lady named Agnes and she's like 65 years old?
Well, she's got some saggy balloons to play with.
In contrary to what you said, I am not anticipating on what you said getting tonight.
No, you gotta anticipate it.
They gotta anticipate it. Come on now.
No, actually, no, you don't. Because when you don't, then you'll be like, all right, whatever.
Yeah, you know what? He's right. Don't raise your expectations.
You know what? Okay, so this goes back to when I go out on a date, I want to look presentable. That's why.
That's my man right there. Look at presentable, because that's what matters. Because that last shirt that you were wearing is not presentable.
No, that last shirt I was wearing was a fucking striped polo that I just wear for comfort around the house.
Oh, I know. It looked like you grabbed that shit from the Caillou collection. Like, don't ever wear that shit on a date. ever.
I'm not done getting dressed yet.
This man is getting decked out. All right, look, I got another story for you guys. This woman wrote, it's not a good sign if they don't have a single idea for what to do for your date. Now, deciding on a restaurant or a movie with your date is fine, as long as you know sort of what your plan is. Meeting up and being like, what now, is not good. Can you imagine that? Now, you guys ever had that where they had no plans on what to do after the dinner or the movie or whatever? Like, they were like, okay, so what do you think we should do now? Have you guys ever experienced that shit? No? I mean, I've never dealt with that, but I can't imagine. Like, if you're gonna see, I'm a logistic person. What's that, Anna?
Depending on how dinner went.
Okay, but no, let's just say he's like, okay, what do you want to do now? Like, all right, he asked you out on the date, so you're anticipating that he has plans along the way. He takes you to dinner, but now it's like, what do we do now? You know what I mean? Do you feel a certain way, or you're kind of like, go along with it?
Yeah, that's it.
I don't know. I'm waiting for an answer, but I don't know. I think if you're going to plan a date and you plan on taking somebody out, I think you need to plan for the night. You know what I mean? And just see where the night takes you. Now, plans do change. People do change their minds, but just leaving them out, taking them out to dinner and just being like, what's next? Like, motherfucker, you the one that invited this person on the date. You got to figure out, unless they are down to do something else and things change, different story.
Unless you're wanting more of the spontaneous date experience.
Now, how do you guys feel about spontaneous dates? Like people that just like want to just do whatever they do, whatever the night brings them to do.
I've done plenty of that. It's like it depends on the person you're on the date with. If they
Valid.
uh,
Valid. I
like,
can't hear you though. You kind of faded away though.
can you hear me better now?
Yeah, you gotta get a little close. What you were saying?
Basically, so the girl I'm going out on another date with again tonight. Right? She's more of a spontaneous person like I am.
Right,
Where
right.
it doesn't matter about like we don't have to have a set plan for this. We can make
Right.
it up as we go along, but as long as that we both understand it and in agreement on where we want to go, that's when me and her is.
Okay. Well, see, again, some people are spontaneous and other people are just like, I don't know. You should have. All right, Anna, I got one story that is perfect for you. Are you there? I think you need to hear this one.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. This next story, this woman said that he brought his cat on the date. The last text message I ever got from him said, quote, if you don't understand the relationship between me and my cat, never contact me again. Needless to say, I didn't. Now, Anna, I know you love cats. You have a cat. If your date bought a cat for the first encounter, where are we going with this?
If we're going to dinner and you bring your cat, no. But if we're gonna meet up, like, and you like want to have a play date with my cat, cool.
That's dope. You know what? That's actually pretty dope. You know, bring the cat, have a date at the house where it's, you know, more house. You don't bring a fucking feline to Olive Garden. So, yeah, you got a cat. He's got a cat. Hey, fuck it. Let's have a date and our cats have a date. Everybody is happy. Meow, meow, meow. You don't bring your cat or pet, even if it's an emotional support animal, on a date. Well, all right. Oh, wait. Let me rewind that real quick. This one is touchy. How do you guys feel about meeting someone and they bring their emotional support animal on the date? Where are we going with this?
Emotional
I'll
support
respect it.
animal, or is it a legit service
I'll
animal?
respect it.
Right, that's a legit service animal. I had to catch myself. Now, if you bring in an animal just because you have separation anxiety and somehow nobody understands the relationship between you and your cat, sorry, buddy, you're about to be a cat dude. Just like there's cat women, there's cat dude. I'm sorry, that's bringing your pet on a date and especially not letting somebody know about this shit is insane work.
There you go.
All right,
There you go. That's what I look like when I go out.
see, your wardrobe just completely changed because you look like somebody that was going to an upscale restaurant with the black shirt and the chain, and then you put the plaid shirt on, and now it looks like you're going to like Hooters or Texas Roadhouse. Where are you going to eat? you're like a chameleon right now. You're just changing up.
I go to
Where are you guys going?
I'm going to her house. She's cooking.
Okay.
What's she making?
Yeah, that's a good question. What is she making? Or is this a surprise?
No, I know what she's making. She's making lasagna with salad and garlic bread.
Ooh, it's an Olive Garden night. Okay.
All from
That's
scratch though.
That's what's up. Lasagna. I haven't had that shit in a minute. Garlic bread. That sounds. Make sure you have some wine with that too.
I'm probably not gonna wear the hat. And then it just depends on how I feel when like she texts me and says, "Hey, I'm on the way to back to the finish up at the house over there, and then I'll go over there and see her."
Okay. Hey, that's what's up, man. I'd say pair some wine with that meal. That's perfect.
We already have wine. Yeah, we're gonna have a red wine with it.
Yeah, buddy. That's the way to do it. That's the way
Hey,
to do
you
it.
know
All right.
what? I done cooked
What?
for her, and when I cooked for her, she was like, "Damn, this is actually pretty good."
So you guys take turns cooking for each other?
But I made her a homemade Southern breakfast from scratch.
Ooh, what did it consist of?
It consisted of homemade biscuits and gravy. I made my own gravy, my own sausage gravy, and then it also had bacon, eggs over easy, some grits, and some toast.
That's country cooking
that
right there
sounds
for
good.
sure. That does. Anna, let me ask you real quick. Have you ever been on a first date where the date cooked for you, like invited you to their house and cooked the meal for you?
I
Not a first date.
have.
But like a gradual date, like somewhere down the road?
Yeah, one of my ex-boyfriends, he
Yeah.
cooked really, really well, and he always cooked for me.
That sounds good. And Pick, you said you had a first date where they cook for you. That's kind of sketchy though, because you just met this person and you're already going to their house.
At the first, all right. So I'm gonna I'll play with that. Like I'll explain that a little bit more. So
Go ahead.
She was, so I knew that she had a kid because we had been talking for a while at that point, right? And she couldn't get a babysitter and she didn't want to cancel our date. So she said, hey, how about you come over to the house and I'll cook something for us tonight.
Oh, see, that's sensible.
And it was sensible, but like I knew that she already had a kid. I knew that she didn't talk to her ex-husband anymore because he, he cheated on her and told her that she could make her own with the kid. And she didn't care. So I understood her situation and everything and not being able to get a babysitter because her babysitter fell through on her. So I called the restaurant. I canceled our reservation. And after that, I went over to her house and I brought a bottle of wine with me. Because I'm not just going to go out on a date and not be able to pay for something. So I brought a bottle of wine, and she cooked veal masala for us that night.
That sounds good.
Yeah, and it had herbal salad with a vinaigrette on top of it, and it was very good. It was a great night.
That sounds good.
Huh?
That sounds pretty good. What'd you say, Anna?
Yeah, she was she was a chef for a 5-star restaurant.
Okay.
I went
that's
on
a good
date.
catch.
I went on a date with her. Like
You
I
better
dated her
put a ring on it.
New York. When I was in New York.
Oh wow! You talking about when we were all up there?
No, I'm talking about. Well, yeah, actually, it played into when we were all up there too. Yeah. But see, she didn't live in the lower class New York. She lived in Manhattan.
Hey, there's some parts of Manhattan that's pretty lower fucking class now. Now, unless she's from the upper.
I know there is.
Unless she's from the Upper East Side, Upper West Side.
It was Upper East Side.
Yeah, that's class. Because if we're talking Alphabet City, or we're talking
her dad was the mayor of New York.
Say what? Her dad was the mayor of New York? Okay, I've been in New York damn near all my life. I lived through quite a few mayors. So which mayor are we talking about?
I don't even remember. I just know that he was the mayor of New York.
Okay.
And then he went on to be a senator.
Damn.
I'm trying to think. The mayor of New York. I'm trying to think of a mayor.
And then
her mom, in my lifetime,
her mom is the one that helped write the book Unbroken about Louis Zeppelini. So her mom was
the author of that book.
So her and the author were co-writers.
You know what's the name of that book? I'm gonna Google it real quick. It's not that I'm fact checking you, but I'm curious. Unbroken. Hold on, I'm gonna look this up real quick. And then Anna, I got a question to ask you. Actually, as I'm looking this up,
that's just what I remember. That's just what I remember from the relationship when I was in a relationship with her. So.
Oh no, I had a question I was gonna ask Anna, and I totally forgot it. Okay, so it's a World War II book called The Unbroken, a World War II story of survival, and it was written by Laura Hillenberg, who was the author. It was published back in 2010.
Yep.
Wow, that's pretty deep. Laura Hillenberg, she's cute too. She doesn't look bad looking. Anyway, there was a question that I had for Anna, and I totally forgot the fucking question. Anyway. Moving right on, this woman said, wanting to get too serious too quickly is a red flag. The guy said, I want to show my mom a picture of us on the first date.
The fuck? What he wanted to take a picture with her so that he could show his mom?
On the first date.
That's the type of shit I'm talking about. When the son is too close to the mother. Like, why is that even a thing?
I think I'd be a little sketched out too. I've never been on a first
date. I understand doing it in secret, but saying, hey, let's take a photo so I can show my mom. Why?
That's crazy. That's like saying, look, Mom, I told you I wasn't gay.
Literally.
Or look, Mom, I told you.
Boy.
Let me ask you from a dude's perspective. How would you feel? You dated a woman on the first date, and she's like, "Let's take a picture together. I want to show my parents."
Bye.
Would
Lose my
you?
number.
Would you think? I was gonna say, would you think anything of it? But apparently, your answer is very clear. You said bye.
I've dated a girl like that.
I don't know, man. I see. I've never been on many dates in my
But
upcoming,
it
and I can
wasn't
tell
the
you
first date, so it was our third date, and she
that
wanted,
makes sense.
but it turned out it was my ex-wife, Eddie.
Damn. But see, think about it. Regardless, it makes all the sense after the third, fourth, maybe fifth date down the road where things kind of looking serious, and you told your mom and your parents. That's understandable, but not the first date. The first date, no way, no way.
If it's the first
All right.
date, like I said, plain and simple, bye, lose my number.
Yeah, that gives me creepy. I've never been on a date before vibe.
Yeah, that's giving my parents are too involved in my life.
Yeah, we're moving. In fact, we're moving way too fucking fast. Like, don't like we just met. Like, come on, I don't even know your mom. I don't know your family. I don't know your health history. Just let's just eat. All right, look, the soup is getting cold. All right, we don't got time to be taking pictures and shit.
Don't even know your
Look.
favorite color at that point.
Right, exactly. Let's ask some general questions. Like, I don't know, do you go to school, or what's your favorite color? What's your favorite food? Life question, basic icebreaker questions. You know what I mean? All right, this next one, her date. She said that he talked about herpes for 30 minutes. He did not
Nope,
have
red
herpes,
flag,
but he
right
discussed
there.
it for quite a long amount of time. Why would you discuss this?
No.
Man.
I'm gonna be honest with you. If I go on a date with a female and she brings up brings up anything about STD that's not like anything, actually, I am gone right then and there.
Yeah, on the first date, like,
Not even that. It's the fact it's the first date. It's the fact that it's the first date. But yeah, she's over here bringing up STDs and STIs.
yeah.
I mean, like, okay? Let me ask you guys.
That's like,
What's the
okay,
most?
so no, better yet, here we go. If you're sitting at the table with a chick, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she brings up, oh, well, I'm a real bad, like, I catch UTIs really bad. That's not going to make you want to leave automatically?
Okay, look.
Why would you bring that up?
Because, I mean, it's already on the
Like,
topic.
on the first
Okay.
date, though, like, that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying. Like, why would they
exactly.
bring that up?
Okay, I'm not I'm not a licensed psychologist, but I'm going to kind of break this down. Why would somebody be so open and personal? First and foremost, it's a trust thing, but it's also a nervous tick. It could be they like you, but they don't know how to express themselves or talk about themselves without getting too personal, or they just don't have no fucking boundaries. They're so open. They're such an open book that they would tell anything about themselves.
I like a female that's an open book, but there is a limit on how open you are on the first date.
Well,
I say
yeah.
an open book. Let's not open the book so quick. Let's go page by page first. Let's not go
No,
and spread the whole
let's
book.
go paragraph by paragraph.
There you go, word for word. There we go. Let's go.
You
word
know
for
why?
word. Let's not skip
Because, like,
chapters.
Okay, so it might be the fact of how I'm ex-army, but at the same time, when I go out on a date with somebody, I'm listening to every word that's coming out of their mouth. I'm listening to every scenario that they've lived. I'm listening to every situation they've been through and everything, just trying to pick up little red flags here and there. Because if you don't do that, you're going to end up with either catching a disease. If you don't end up with that, then you're going to end up with
AIDS.
being crazy. They're being real crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it's true.
Another thing is, though, that's a big red flag when you go on a date is when they get on a body count of how many women you've slept with and how many men they've slept with.
Oh, let's talk about that shit real quick. I done a show on body counts.
Yeah.
Okay, now
let's talk about that.
let's discuss this for first date purposes. Now, if your first date asked you the question, how many bodies have you slayed? How do you guys feel about that? If they ask you how many
69.
bodies you had? 69. What the fuck? All right, Anna, let me ask you a question. You met a dude, seems like a nice guy. You guys go on the first date. He asks you your body count. Where are you going with that?
I just feel like, why does it matter?
That would be the general answer, especially on the first
my
date. Like, why would
response-
you want to know that on the first date? Pick. What's your response?
My response to that is, why are you counting?
I mean, wait,
Well, that's
why
what I'm
are
saying.
you
Why
counting
does it
or why?
matter?
No, why does the count matter? But why are you counting how many guys you've slept with?
For score?
I
Why
mean,
do
some
you keep
people keep
score
a
of
list
We
Why
keep
do
a
you-
list of the sizes
of
Why do you
names.
keep score of that? That's nothing to brag about.
There are women out
All that shows is that you're not mature enough to withstand a working relationship, and you're not willing to put into work, because when things get a little hairy, you're going to bolt and you're going to automatically go and be with another guy.
Get some
I
Pepe.
see. I seen a picture of a woman that hung up used condoms with the picture of the dude that wore the condoms on her wall.
Whoa.
Well, if it was yours, shit, they
Whoa.
would use like the little thimbles. From Monopoly? You know, the little thimble from Monopoly?
Really? I thought he might have had the little top hat.
This man got. If I had to choose, I'll choose the thimble. The thimble is a little bit more straight, and a little bit bigger. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Oh,
Drip,
so you're
my
saying
God.
you're a thimble. Okay, got it.
Listen, if you had to choose between a top hat and a thimble for a dick size, which one are you choosing?
I don't know.
All right, we're
Apparently
choosing.
you chose just the
Hat's
tip.
longer.
That's why I said the top hat.
Top hat
Get the
longer.
fuck. The top hat is longer. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Hey, Drip,
Right,
you want
wow.
to see something funny?
Why are we even talking about this shit? Look. Fucking Monopoly. We're comparing dick sizes to Monopoly pieces. Motherfucker.
Speaking of the top hat,
Oh my God. Hey, Drip, what
Hopefully
is going
Drip's still
on?
here.
She's there. She said, what did she just walk into? You just walked into a bonus show where we're talking about red flags. That right there, that picture of me is definitely a red flag. That's my wife, by the way.
but
Don't
we've
get it
also
twisted.
learned a lot about you tonight.
Really? I
Austin.
thought that was Rio.
Hey, yo, whoa, nah. Whoa, buddy. Whoa.
Please put that on a t-shirt.
No, man. It looked like I died. It looked like I died. No.
You know what? If you put that on a t-shirt, I will give you the wording for it. Did I do that underneath it?
I don't look like Urkel, motherfucker. And number two, Drip, that's when I obviously had my long hair phase, all right? I had pretty long hair, okay? Jesus Christ. Look.
Now you got
Pretty is
fucking
right.
ass hair on your face.
No, my hair is fine. I just got to do it up a little bit. But
So
no,
what,
I don't.
your hair went from like that to being like that?
I had to cut it at one point, okay? I got to cut it, all right? Shit, I was able to wear ponytails, everything in my hair, man. Will I grow my hair back? I thought about it a few times when I get out, but I don't know. I really don't know. My hair can still grow like that. It's just, well, if you're in the military, you can't grow it. So there you go. But
You
Drip,
can grow
welcome to
it.
the show. No, you can't grow it. Not in the military anyway. But no, Drip, we're talking about first date red flags. It's a show that we did before you came. We were visiting a show we did last year, basically, for a bonus show. And this has been the wildest 2 hours that we have done so far. So yeah, we're talking about red flags. And since you're on this show, Drip, and I'm gonna go through the motions with you. First and foremost, that picture that I took, I was twisted in the streets of Dublin. He took that photo. Now, Drip, let me ask you, what is a first date red flag? By the way, everybody, this is our other co-host. Welcome. Now, Drip, what's a red flag for you for the first date? Can you change the goddamn picture? What is Jesus
Hey,
Christ.
Drip, I got a plethora of pictures of Eddie.
At one point, he was my neighbor. We known each other for a while, met him in Italy. So that was after a party that I went to at his house, which was just a couple of houses down. He has a bunch of these photos, which I don't know why, but they're funny, though. They're funny. I'm laughing, though. All right, I got another story for you guys. There's a short story. He told me his feet were soft because he used Vaseline. He then took his shoes off and rubbed his foot on my legs as a demonstration. I was mortified.
That's the kind
And,
of guy that's got that baby oil.
That man needs a welfare. He needs a welfare check at his house. Anytime somebody is rubbing their feet on you on a first date and saying, "Hey, look, my feet are so soft. Please feel this." That's a no-go. That's a no-go. Anna, you said we need the Daily Mind podcast merch with your face on it. Yeah, we do.
I'll see what I can do.
We could see some of this on a damn t-shirt.
Specifically of that one photo, I need that one.
Yeah, we need
Of
that
the hair?
one photo of just the tip on the t-shirt.
So you guys are gonna be walking around, and they're gonna be like, "Who the fuck is this random ass
Yeah,
guy?"
and then you're gonna put the Daily Mind on the back of it, and it's gonna be an advertisement of your podcast. People are like, "Who's that?" And be like, "Oh, that's Austin. He runs the
Man,
Daily
that
Mind." You don't know
will
about
probably. That's good advertising.
It's a picture of
That's
Eddie
good.
with his long hair in the front and then a shrimp on the back.
Get the fuck out of here.
And it says,
Talking about?
it
Leo,
says
we're
insert
gonna-
here.
We'll put what do you call
Hey,
it? We'll put
yo.
the thimble on the back of it.
The thimble, yeah. No, we'll
Okay,
put the
top
thimble on
hat.
the
Top
pocket,
hat.
on the front pocket.
That's wild work.
Oh,
Get
now
the
you're
fuck
saying
outta
you want to
here.
be the top hat. Got you.
You want to be the top guy. How about that? You're top or bottom?
Well, hey, better than the bottom, right?
Hey, which one are you guys picking? Top or bottom? Heads or tails?
For what?
Yeah, that's you, Eddie.
What do you mean for what? What do you mean for what? You know
Put
exactly
that photo
for
up
what.
again, Rio. I want to see it one more time.
Please don't put that photo back
where's
up
that
again.
photo? I need to
I
see
need
that
it.
photo. One more time.
This one?
There it is.
No, the other one.
The one with
the
the long hair.
Yes.
The one with the long hair. Jesus Christ.
It's
Unbelievable.
amazing. That's
I
my
think you
favorite
had the
photo I've
photo
ever
the right
seen.
or the right photo the first time, Rio.
That is insane, people. I can't believe you still got these photos. Damn, how long have we been doing this show? We talked about a lot of shit with red flags and then poking fun at me, which is awesome. It's always fun.
If you can't laugh at yourself, then what's the?
Oh, listen, I can laugh at myself. I am totally comfortable in my skin. Like, I don't like get off the show and be like, these motherfuckers, yo, and start kicking the floor and shit. No.
I know you don't because I've talked to you after a show on a call.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. Listen, man, if you can't laugh at yourself, knowing me, I'm a comedian and a dark, humorous comedian. If you can't laugh at yourself, what can you laugh at? What the hell is that? Is that me? That's not me.
On a
What the
trip?
fuck is?
Oh
Let me change it.
my goodness. As those words came out of my mouth, I realized.
I know you guys said it in your head, though. I heard it. I heard you guys say it in your head. Oh my god, I love this show. That's what makes this show so unique from other lives and podcasts is that it's very dark but very informative, all at the same goddamn time. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
Hey.
Drip, I know. Hey, yeah, what's up?
You asked a question about which one would be the top or the bottom. I got a rebuttal question for you.
No, you didn't answer that first one. You got to answer before you rebuttal anything.
Okay, no.
Top or bottom?
Nah.
Nah, no. I
We know
asked you the
you
question
pick bottom
first.
every time, so don't even go.
Hey, yo, nah, I don't pick none of that shit. You, on the other hand, dude, it don't matter. When them lights is off, man, you top, bottom, sideways,
Nah, hell
upside
no.
down, left, right.
You know what? It would be. So, which one would you rather have? Would you rather have a mussy, or would you rather have a drop dead dime piece with a dick?
What?
Not this shit. Oh my god. Wait a minute. So you said, okay, I think I'm gonna interpret this. You basically said, would I have a drop gorgeous woman with a dick? Or what was the other one?
It's like a dyke, basically. The female.
Hey, we can't say that. We're gonna get
Okay.
cut the fuck off.
That's why I said
Oh, you're
mussy.
talking about would I have
Hey, Eddie,
would-
did he say
Yo.
a dyke or a kike?
Yo!
Yeah, right?
See that shit. Especially the K word. You definitely can't say that. Look. Okay, you're asking me would I rather have a all right, we're moving on, man. Because yo, I'm not answering that question until you answer whether you like top or bottom. All right, so yeah, we're moving right
I'll go
along.
top
real
every
quick.
day. Answer the question now.
And you do realize what I'm referring to, right?
I know what you're referring to, but I'm not going to be the bottom.
As long as you understand the assignment.
No? Yeah, do you
Wow.
understand the assignment? Now answer the question I asked.
Fuck. So you're asking me if I'd rather have a dime piece of a chick that has a dick, or would I be with a guy that has a
female?
pussy?
No, would you be with a guy, or would you rather be with a dime piece with a dick, or would you be with a chick that's in the process of being a man, like she's already taken her testosterone and everything, she's got a beard and all that?
Does she still have a pussy?
No, she's in the process.
Oh, come on, bro. Don't do this shit to me. Oh God! Because they both have dicks, regardless. There's no winning in that.
There's no winning, but you gotta pick one of them. So.
Fuck. I guess the woman with the dick. I don't know, man.
There you go.
Yo, and yes, I'm still very much in the military. Now, wait, there was another question. Okay, you know what's funny? I'll ask this question real quick before we start wrapping up. I saw a picture of this art display that they had in Europe. Now, it was a man and a woman facing each other, but they were naked, right? It was a black man and a white woman facing each other, both ends facing each other naked. Now, they were inviting people to walk through them. Either you were facing the guy or you were facing the female. Now, let me ask you, if you had a naked man and a woman facing each other and you had to walk through them, and you got to face either or way, pick, Ron, which way are you facing? Are you facing towards the woman? Okay, let me explain this real quick. Let me break it down. There's two naked people, a male and a female, the dude, black dude and white female, right? They're facing each other naked and you have to walk through them, but you got to walk facing one or the other. You're either facing the woman or you're facing the dude walking through them. Which way are you facing?
I'm facing the dude.
You're facing the dude. That means your dick and his dick is touching.
It's better than his dick and my ass touching.
What the fuck?
Hey Eddie,
you know
are
what?
socks
You
on
gotta,
or no socks on?
huh?
No
Are your
socks on.
All right, then yeah, you gotta like find a way around that.
What do you mean? What did I just answer? What did I just answer?
You gotta be facing.
Eddie,
Wait, if I'm walking through the man and the female?
how many grapes
I'm not
can you fit in your
walking
mouth?
I fit 3 of them. No, I fit 2 of them. 2 big ass grapes I fit in my mouth. Look, next question.
Oh, you think too big something in your mouth? Okay. Grapes.
Grapes, not testicles. Grapes.
It's plant testicles.
No.
I bet you that's the sound you made too, ain't it?
Probably.
Eddie,
and Drip, you might be right. I think you're right because I honestly think sometimes these questions that they're asking me is
What's the history
borderline-
behind the word kike?
You can't. It's a bad word against Jewish people. Like, we're not saying that on the show. All right, look.
You think I could say that if I go hang out with the people up in New York?
You talk about the Hasidic Jews? No.
Yeah, Hasidic.
You should not say that at all. At all. No, you should not say that at all. Yeah. Before we wrap this show up, because this show has already went over 2 goddamn hours. All right, this show has already went over 2 hours.
Well, that's when you know it's a
red
good
flags.
show.
Oh yeah, a lot of the shows recently have been averaging 2 hours. To have hour and a half to 2 hours. Now the show at a minimum has to be an hour, but it pushes to 2. Sometimes 3.
Just
No,
wait for
it's
the
all right, Drip.
just wait for the Roger Rabbit effect show. I bet you that'll last about 2.5.
We will see. We shall see. And no, Drip, we already know you're watching football because we had Michelle on the show earlier, and she said that you were already watching football. And I told everybody, if it's Sunday or Monday, more than likely you will not see Drip on this show because she's into her football. So we don't bother. But nah, we already tracking, so it's all good. I'm glad you had a chance to show up on the show now. So don't even worry about it because we're about to wrap up the show. We were just doing this little bonus show today. Just kind of revisiting an episode, whatever. And then tomorrow, it won't be at this time frame, though. We're going to do a bonus show on Columbus Day versus Indigenous Peoples Day. Revisiting an episode that I've done 3 years ago, actually. One of my first episodes, I did a show on that. And it was only 18 minutes long. It was a really short show. But we got to bring it back for the TikTok audience. So before we wrap up this first date show, I had a lot of fun on here. So I got to give my shout outs when they're due. So shout out to my executive producers, co-hosts, Anna, Drip, Rio, and of course we had Skinless on here earlier. And then of course Pickron, Alan Pick, for being on the show from when the shit first fucking started and giving us some input on his red flags and first dates. And then of course,
You're getting some
Mahal.
input.
You get some input somewhere back there, are you? And plug here, right? Or insert here.
What are you talking about? I might be getting some input tonight.
I thought you said that wasn't the case.
I know.
I might.
He changed his mind.
Yeah, huh?
Because
He took off the little shirt
a
and
message
everything.
came through on my phone since that last thing, so that's why I said I might be
He's
getting
staring
something.
at Eddie's nipples, bro.
Hey,
No.
yo, whoa. Hey, he's like, I'm getting some tonight. I got to spray some Axe on my balls and shit. I'm gonna get some tonight.
What are you talking about?
Ass on your balls, Eddie? What are you doing?
I said Axe body spray. Like,
Who the fuck
like,
uses Axe?
I don't know. Somebody out there spraying that shit on their junk.
I'm a real gentleman. I actually use cologne still.
You spray cologne on your dick too?
No,
No, in the hole.
He
In the
said no
peel.
so quick.
no.
Hey, let me. Wait, hold on, Ria. What you gonna say? I know you're gonna say some bullshit right now.
What's that shit called? It's called like rotting or something.
Rotting?
No, fuck. What is it called? We stick like a rod in there, dude. I forgot what it was called though.
What?
What the fuck? No.
No, it's called something. I can't fucking think
Hey,
of it. Though.
you know what though? I can honestly say the one cologne that I found that almost everyone I've been on a date with, like compliments me on, was a cologne that I bought in Estonia.
That's kind of wild.
Dragon one. Dragon.
Dragon. And then
Eddie's
Drip, you said
douching.
Lemisol.
No, Hey, she said you need a douche, Eddie.
I need a what?
You need
A
a douche.
douche. I don't know. You use douche. Yeah, you douche yourself. You use one after your dates. You gotta make sure you're clean afterwards. Bottom boy.
That's okay.
Yo,
Enema? Eddie, you got an enema?
I've never used one. Never used one. Matter of fact, it brings me to my next question. If you're first, let me ask the ladies this question. If your date shows up with an Axe body spray, is this a red flag?
Yeah.
I
Yeah?
mean, yeah.
It is. It's a red flag.
The chocolate one. Remember the chocolate one?
Ew.
Chocolate Axe. Ew, who the fuck is spraying that? That got me fucked up.
No,
Chocolate
like
Axe
I
is crazy.
Have, you see me put the lotion or that lotion on my face and everything.
Yeah.
But I also have an oil that smells really good that I put on my face too.
Yeah, you gotta
Eddie
go
puts an oil
smelling
in his
clean.
ass.
And then
Oily beef.
You put oil in your ass. Finger first.
I don't know. That's you all the way.
No, I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about Rio.
No, he puts
so about-
oily beef in his ass.
Hey, yo. Y'all wild. We're gonna start wrapping
I
this
told
shit
you
up.
you
Look,
look like Diddy.
I don't look nothing like that motherfucker. Hell no.
In
No.
that one photo you do.
No.
Wait,
but,
which photo? Which photo?
The
I look
photo
like
of
Diddy.
you with braids.
Hey,
But Diddy never wore braids.
you
I
know
know,
what?
but you just look like him in that.
I don't look.
He's
Nah.
black.
Because
Eddie.
you look like him in general.
The only
I
reason
don't look like
said-
Diddy.
The only reason I said I might be getting input tonight is because of one message that she sent me. She said,
What?
after we eat and everything, I hope you don't have to leave too shortly after we eat and everything because I want us to cuddle up on the couch together and watch a movie. I was like, okay.
Yeah, that's code word for pussy. That's code word for
Exactly.
use the
Netflix
bat
and
signal.
chill.
That's the bat signal where it just shows a big dick in the sky. That's your calling saying, yo, after we sit here and finish watching whatever the fuck you guys are watching, we got to get to the
She wants to
bonus
watch
cinema.
The Notebook.
Oh
The
my
Notebook.
god.
Yeah.
Haven't
Yeah, that
seen
would do
it?
it.
I have. It's actually one of my
Okay.
favorite movies.
I've never
really
seen
good
the
movie.
Notebook. I've never
My
seen
attention
it.
span doesn't allow me to watch movies.
That's
What?
a damn shame. ADHD.
Makes sense,
ADHD.
Rio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They said Urkel in the comments.
Yeah, first he
Yeah,
said
Steve
Steve.
Urkel.
First he said Steve Ermel, and I'm like, who the fuck is Steve Ermel? And then
No,
he
you
said
look like
Urkel.
that. Different Strokes, the little boy from Different Strokes.
He looks like Willis.
I don't know.
Willis.
Yo, that's racist.
No, it ain't Willis. No, my bad. I got it wrong. You're not Willis.
I don't
You're
look
Arnold.
like Todd Bridges.
You're
I don't
Arnold.
look like Gary Coleman. No, I
No,
don't
you
look
look
like
like
none of them
you look like Epstein.
Bro, stop playing with me.
Hey,
Jeffrey
are you
Epstein.
moving on up?
Yo,
Jeffrey
you're a funny guy.
Blackstein.
Jeffrey Blackstein. Wildin'.
That's better
All right,
than
look.
us being. That's better than us being in Estonia with Jimmy Fallon.
Oh yeah, skinless chicken nugget. That motherfucker look just like Jimmy Fallon. I swear to God, the hair,
Is that
everything.
who Skinless Chicken Nugget is?
Yeah. You
I didn't know that.
That's him. He used to go by a different name, and then he changed it.
Yeah, I thought he went by a different name. Is why I didn't know.
Subi.
He
that.
did. He went by Subi, and then he changed it because it was revealed who he was on the show. So he went and changed the name.
Oh, Jimmy Fallon looking ass.
Yep. Oh, Jimmy Fallon. Look. Yo, he looks just like that dude. Oh, shit. Yeah, I need to be wrapping this show up
Yeah.
anyway. Hey, listen, before we wrap it up, because it is time to go. It's getting late where you guys are. I want to give a shout out to everybody. Thank you for stopping by on the show. Naturally. To my executive producers and co-hosts, Rio, Anna, Drib, Skinless. Of course, thank you for joining. Pick Ron. Thanks for sticking around. Mahal, thanks for joining on. June the Goon, June the Drip. Thanks for coming by the show. And then everybody else, if I could get your names. I didn't get everybody, but you guys know who you are. Thanks for stopping by. Tomorrow, once again, we are going to talk about Christopher Columbus versus Indigenous Peoples Day. All right. It's not going to be around the same time frame because I have to do it after work. So it'll be Monday morning for you guys. So, yeah, join on that show. We have a discussion on what you guys think about Christopher Columbus. Was he a scumbag? Did he discover America properly? You know, he really didn't discover this place because you can't discover somewhere that has already been inhabited. But we'll talk about all that shit tomorrow. All right. And Drip, you said I used to go to school on that day. Wait, how did you go to school on Columbus Day? We had no school on Columbus
No
Day.
school.
I know in New York they don't call it Columbus Day when it comes to the school calendar. They don't call it Columbus Day. They call it Indigenous Peoples Day with the calendar. So yeah, but other than that, we'll talk about all that shit and then some tomorrow. Meanwhile, have a good rest of your evening. This show was crazy. Oh, you said it was a teacher's holiday. No, everybody's supposed to have that day off, period. But I don't know. It depends on the schools. Maybe. I don't know. But anyway, okay, enough with that shit.
Rio, send me that photo.
No, please don't. Please don't send him that. Because there's no telling what you're going to do with that shit,
I
especially
know
with
what
that
I'm going to do
oil.
with it.
I don't even want to know what you're going to do with that. All right?
I'll tell you on a regular personal call what I would do with that photo.
I'm not picking up the phone if you're going to tell me what you're going to do with my photo.
No, I'm not going to do that.
And Drip, you are so not getting that on a t-shirt. Absolutely not. That's crazy. You could get the other one with the long hair, but you're definitely not getting that one. I don't need everybody out there knowing
Hey,
that I'm.
you know what? We're gonna put that picture right there on a t-shirt. We're gonna put just the tip across the back shoulders and then a thimble underneath it.
You guys know me oh so well. You guys know me all so well. Thimble man. That's gonna be my next profile pic for the show. A fucking Monopoly thimble. You guys are too much.
Not the
All
top
right,
hat.
maybe the top hat. I think for fucking New Year's, I think I'm gonna do a show in a jacket and a top hat and a fucking monocle. Maybe so. I don't know. Maybe I'll be Mr. Monopoly for fucking New Year's. But anyway, and Jacob, I do not want to go to Hawaii. Hawaii, no. My wife wants to go there.
Who's in Hawaii?
I definitely don't want to go there. No, Jacob, he wants me to go to Hawaii. I was like, nah, I'm not doing that. Nah. Maybe on a vacay, but definitely not for
Work
the military.
related.
Not work related. No, the Army knows how to ruin certain places. But anyway, have a good rest of your evening, and we will do this again. And Pickrod, let me know how your date go. All right, you're sitting there drinking a
I
Dr.
still got
Pepper.
time. I still got time.
All right, let me know how that all goes, and everybody, stay tuned for tomorrow's show.
Have
Tomorrow
fun.
night. I will. And thanks for stopping by, sticking by. Have a good one, everybody. Peace out.
Bye.
We'll do this again next time. Later. Shut up.